Alright, let's see if this stuff is working. Check, 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 1 2, check 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 1 2. Check, 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 check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2. Check, 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 check 1 2, 1 2, 1 2, 1 2, 1 2. Check baby 1 2 3 4. Check baby 1 2 3. Check baby 1 2. Check baby 1. Style. Where's that guy at?
Okay. Boom. Big Shack. Ota Asni. Scoop no. Rat no. Usna. Ota the girl them as well. Boom. 2 plus 2 is 4. Minus 1, that's 3. Quick maths. Everyday man's on the block. Smoke trees. See your girl in the park. That girl was a uckers. When the ting went quack, 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 you man were ducking. Ota Asni. He's got a pumpy. Old type my man. He's got a frisbee. I trap on the road. Moving that cornflakes. Rice crispy. Old type my girl Whitney. Perfect. On the road doing
perfect.
Lama toes. You man thought I froze. I see a pen girl then I pose. If she's not on it, I ghost. Ha! Look at your nose. What? You dick her? Look at your nose. Nose long like garden hose. You get me? Boom, man's gonna come back in. Yeah. You know like that? Yeah, you're feeling that? Yeah, you done know. I see you shivering in that. Don't get shook man's ear. You're protected in it, yeah? Boom. Let's go. Boom. Hop out the 4-door with the 4-4. It was 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chilling in the corridor. Your daddy's 44.
Your daddy's
He's
44.
Still calling man for a draw. Let him know. When I see him, I'm gonna spin his jaw. Take man Twix by force. Send man shot by force. Your girl knows I've got the sauce. No ketchup. Just sauce. Raw sauce. Boom. Yo. God. The thing goes skrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrr boom. Skia.
Yo.
You don't know. Big shock. Yo, yeah. Alright. Fire in the booth. You get me? Man's not hot.
Yeah.
Man's not hot. I tell him man's not hot. The girl told me, take off your jacket. I said, babes, man's not hot. Yo, man can never be hot. Perspiration thing. Links effect. Yo, you don't know.
You don't
Back
know.
with the remix. These boys are my sons like being.
I just wanted to play that because I was watching that shit on the fucking side. It was pretty funny. All right. We gotta watch the Tyler the Creator freestyle. That shit is hilarious. Freestyle. Oh my gosh, dude, it's so good. Oh my god, dude, this shit is funny.
It's not a freestyle. We're going to play a beat and some bars. He's gonna possibly rhyme if he feels like rhyme. Is that a good way to put it? Yeah?
He's like, yeah.
Well, what are you listening to?
Oh my god, dude, it's so good.
It is, right? And I
was a
fell
voice
fucking
memo.
fell for it. I fucking fell for it.
Okay.
Oh, so now you, oh, you don't even want, don't even, now you ready?
Yeah, look, I'm giving y'all 9 bars. Y'all just got a 3-hour interview. I'm cute as shit. We just let the world know you are a geek, goop, nerd, fuck.
Goop. He said goop. Goop. Oh my god, he said goop. All right, ready? Okay. DJ Juanito's on the set. We're gonna throw this on and get a feel. Let's do it. Ooh. Acting like I didn't hear this beat before.
Ayo, hey, it's Tyler, Wolf Haley, Gap Tooth T, Bucket Hat T, Lemon Head Enzo, Lil Bunny Hop, Ace the Creator, Thurnis Haley, Cybex, Beef Loaf, Free Rocky, Free Rakim, that's my guy. Ayo, Free Rakim, I might fly to Sweden to free him. Okay, I'm freestyle. I said,
Hey again.
Free Rakim, I might fly to Sweden to free him. Braid my wig, ASAP tat on my ribs, switch with him. Then I can fuck all the sweetened men that I wanna. Actually, I'm gonna heat it up real quick, motherfucker, I'm LeBron. Listen, Flex, we just met, but I know it don't seem like R. Kelly wet dreams. I always keep 16s, nigga. Me and Flex looking in the index for buff net niggas just for some hot butt sex.
What made you go with that verse?
I don't.
What made you with that verse?
I got a little cousin. When I die, he'll probably take my estate.
Oh my
always
God.
tell him being self and always strive to be great. No. My mama a dealer, her son crack, nigga. What's that, nigga? Facts, nigga. Why when they mention black businesses, they never mention me, dog? I don't know, please see me. Cause if they talking M's, golf did 17 and 18, motherfucker. And that's just one season, Stocks that I own. How much stocks do I own? All of it, the whole bird. That's my broth in the bowl, nigga.
That was tough.
Give me a topic, Flex. I can't hear you.
Cars.
Vroom, vroom, zoom, zoom. Sweeping niggas inching like a broom, broom. Yeah, man, you know what it is. Don't even look at my engine, bitch. You can't afford this. That's that motherfucking McLaren. It's 500 made. Got the fucking window tinted cause I needed the shade. And that E30 Beamer that you ain't seen since you was a teener back in 91 when they was doing EMP&D at the arena. Macarena, Hana, Jana, Shada, Raider, Ada. I'm back from LA with Mexicans. They love the Raiders, but I don't watch football. I just watch the crooks ball with them fucking 8 balls selling it inside the hall of the high school. I was not cool. Niggas thought that I was weird and shit. They kept they space, but it's cool cause now I got they amazing grace, nigga. How many M's? It don't matter how much I make. Just know what it is when you see face the gap tooth nigga, the big ears, and them shoes you ain't seen yet. And yes, if you like them, nigga, I did design it, nigga. How many figures Converse give me for that? Well, I don't know, but out in Bel Air, I just copped a new flat and the flat top on the top of the hat, the one with the G. The store did a couple M's this week. Stop talking to me, dog. Niggas playing around. This is right off the top. This is right off the cock. Me and Flex gonna go round the block and he gonna get.
He always slips something that's a little aggressive, right? A little aggressive. He always gets something that's a little aggressive. Where it makes your ear and your eyebrows go up.
Okay. Listen, they bringing up my past, I don't hide it. Gobbling out now, bitch, buy it. Looking for them tweets, bitch, find it. The cancel couch is fake and I recline it. Man, I just don't know. Niggas try to come for me, dog. They confidence low, dog. What's going on? I don't got much else to say, so I'ma end this shit. Cause I got a little date with this dude real quick. We gon' go probably get some ice cream and do. Oh, wait a minute. He just got off his damn last shift and he said that his mama can't do the dishes, so he gotta go help her. So I'ma go and weep and go look for someone on Yelp, but that's not a dating gap. So what you use, Tinder, Grindr? Get with all your niggas and get right behind them. What, you gon' do me like your DM and slide them? Flexing me emoji.
No, there was no emoji. I ain't sending emoji. Wait a minute.
Now Flex, why are you lying? Why you trying to play me like changing 50 Cent when he was dying trying just to get it? I spit it, I read it, hit it, and did it. You it is it. I kiss it, nigga. Scooby Dooby, Ooby the Looby. Me and Flex was cuddled up watching Scooby Doo eating Scooby snacks. He said he wanted my boobies. I said I don't got him. He said whatever, nigga. I rock him. We soccer block him. I can rock him. Taka dock him. He don't eat pork. I thought this nigga was a salam alaikum. Y'all niggas crazy when he called me. I was at the lake, bruh.
Be clear.
In Tahoe, I know, nigga, that's how I go. Igor, niggas worshiping Igor. Niggas be worshiping, they fucking hands is kissing and they knees sore. Free Rakim, and I'm screaming that until they free him.
Be clear.
Be clear, whatever I gotta do, I go get the cheddar, and I don't even like pizza, but whatever, more the better, nigga. My ex-bitch is wetter, nigga. Nah, she dry as fuck. She like the canyon. My niggas in Laurel Canyon. All these white kids, they got the fandom. Think that I'm funny because I'm random. We could be together like a tandem. Man, it's weird as fuck. I keep flirting with Flex and he ain't trying to fuck. Now I'm confused, I'ma leave. I just think that he hate me. I thought I came here so he date me.
Oh
he talking
God,
about a freestyle.
bro.
Ugh, nigga, fuck rap. Fuck that. I was trying to take him back and take off that hat. And we could be like wah, wah, wah on the lips. But that's weird as fuck, man. I'm talking about dick.
Pause.
Pause, nigga. Pause. When we leave, you gonna give me your info, so I call. Say, link when you back in New York. I'm trying to give away a bike. Maybe we should get some dinner at night, nigga.
Chows, Mr. Chows.
Fucking lying.
Mr. Chows. Mr. Chows, we there.
Look, man, say less. It's your boy T-Man. All my niggas vegan. No, that's fucking weird, though. They be eating meat, though. But I don't mean it in the pause way. I mean no homo. Glitter on my nails, glitter on my neck. Niggas bitter as hell, they shit don't sell. I'm doing so well, man, they really hate to see me win, especially cause the gap tooth and I'm dark skinned, but my shit clearer than that ball from Space Jam. I'm that man. See them diamonds on my hand, why am I talking material shit? I don't even care, but I'm just freestyling this bitch, man. Niggas ain't mad, they look. Y'all crooks, me and Jay was just talking about books. I'ma probably build a building in the next 2 years. You wanna come?
Sounds
Nah,
good.
Flex, you wanna come?
Oh my God.
He
Pause,
baited me
Flex,
for
you
it.
trying to come?
He baited me for it, right? He baited me for it. I didn't see that when he called me off guard. You got me.
Dog. Bro, this shit is funny, dog. Alright. Let's see what we got today. I'm gonna put on some news. So let's see what's going on with the Nick Fuentes. Oh, this is Nick Fuentes. Alright, let's see what this video contains footage from the commentary Nick Fuentes. I think I saw a little bit of it. I don't know who Nick Fuentes is, but I figured it's this guy.
This video contains footage and commentary involving Nick Fuentes, a public figure known for expressing highly controversial and polarizing views. Some of the content included may be deeply offensive, particularly to viewers of Jewish descent, as well as other communities targeted by rhetoric involving racism, anti-Semitism, or hate speech. I want to be absolutely clear. I do not support, promote, or agree with the views expressed by Nick Fuentes, or any ideology rooted in hatred, extremism, or discrimination. This video is presented solely for educational and informational purposes, to analyze, critique, and document the influence of such figures in politics, online culture, and modern discourse. Including clips or references is not an endorsement. It is intended to provide context, raise awareness, and encourage critical thinking. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. If you're sensitive to topics involving anti-Semitism, racism, or extremist rhetoric, you may want to skip this video or proceed with caution. This video follows the principles of fair use for commentary, criticism, and education under U.S. copyright law. Thank you for understanding. Now let's begin. Nick.
Nick, what up?
Hey, what's up?
How are you, bro? One second.
Hold on, I gotta call real quick. Hold on. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, did you say you were looking for a Paramount Plus?
No, it's just that one episode's on there.
Oh, what episode's that?
That's the South Park episode I was talking about.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll let you know that I have that if you want to watch any movies on there, okay?
Oh, okay, sounds good. I appreciate that.
All right, buddy. What you up to?
Right now, just doing the stream. I was watching the people here, the Jewish people right now, like about Netanyahu did an interview on a podcast,
Yeah.
and these guys are not like really like journalists,
Yeah.
so they didn't give any pushback. So right now I'm just like kind of watching like the how everybody got upset about that.
Yeah.
So right now I'm just kind of going through the information, and then someone in New York City was shooting people. Did you see that?
No, huh?
Okay, so I think like 3 people died, and like a off-duty cop died as well.
Wow, man, that place is getting crazy. Every place is getting crazy, don't they?
I know. Yeah, it was like he had a rifle in New York City, but he was from Las Vegas. I'm not sure if he drove from Las Vegas and all that stuff, but I'm gonna get that information right now.
And usually it's Las Vegas where you get shot up. Well, no, you can get shot up anywhere.
Yeah, it's just sad. I haven't looked that up yet, but I'm gonna look it up right now in a bit. I'm just going through it.
All right, buddy. All right, man. Tell me about tomorrow.
All right, we'll do.
All right, later, Joey.
All right,
Hey, what time are you guys going tomorrow?
I'm thinking around 9 o'clock.
And Bree's taking you, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yes.
Okay. So anyway, any changes in plan? Let me know, buddy.
Yeah, just in case she can't go. I mean, if you want to.
Okay. Yeah, she's not feeling up to taking you. I think she had something to do over there too, didn't she?
No, we're just gonna go drop off
Okay.
Reiko. Really, that was really the only thing. But we're just gonna drop her off to spend the night.
Okay, buddy. All right, man. Anything changes, let me know, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.
All right, sounds good. I'll see you then.
All right. Good night, man.
All right, bye. All right, sorry about that, guys. Let's watch this Nick Fuentes thing.
Holy shit, you got the... What? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
Wait, Gabe, I'm like double echo.
Yeah, I'm getting ready right now. Judd, one sec. Don't touch it, Judd.
What's up, Nick? How you doing?
Judd, one sec.
I'm all right.
Did you have a chance to see the podcast today?
I've seen the clips. I haven't watched
Wait, give me one sec.
the whole thing.
We good? That's good. Sorry, Nick, we're new to this shit.
No, you're cool.
Okay, I think we're good
What
now.
was your initial reaction to seeing
Well-
the clips?
Well, it wasn't really a hardball interview.
Can I say something on our opinion, Nick, too? I don't know if you saw the clip already, but bro, like I said, with podcasting in general, I can't speak to what everyone else does. There's a ton of podcasts out there. People do sometimes with just their friends or people they have good relationships with. But the Full Send podcast, for me, it's always been about, if we get the opportunity to have someone extremely controversial on, we're never going to turn it down. We're going to have them on and we're going to ask them questions. Sure, we're not the best journalists, and sometimes I wish we were better at pressing people. We're never claiming to be fucking Brett Baer, Piers Morgan. But I think I think the purpose of the Full Send podcast is to have controversial people on, let them answer our questions, and let the fucking audience form their own opinion off that interview. And I think, we're getting a lot of flack. People don't care what we asked Netanyahu. Just the fact that we had him on in general, it's automatically fuck you guys.
Platforming him was hell.
Platforming him is the thing that people are pissed about. And for me, it's like, I think people are giving... Sure, we have a strong platform, a diehard fan base, people love us, but I think people are not giving themselves enough credit. Our audience, sure, we have a young audience, we have that 18 to 30-year-old male demo on lock, but dude, our fans are fucking smart. And just because we have someone on a podcast and platform them doesn't mean that they're going to watch this person say oh my God, they're beside Nelk. I fucking love this person now. And I think this podcast, if you read the comments, is a perfect example of our audience is fucking smart, and we should be allowed to have controversial people on. They should be allowed to say their opinions, even if this guy is a fucking war criminal. That's what free speech is, and it's up to the audience to form their own opinions, and I think clearly they did. So that's my point of view on why we did this. But I would love to have you.
That's valid.
Yeah, I would love to
go
have
ahead.
you on, and obviously I've heard your name a lot. I don't know like your stance on a ton of stuff. But I think
Nick,
it'd be
you're
good
all
for
over.
you to.
You're all over my ex.
I'm not on X too much.
I'm all over your ass?
No, you're my ex.
Oh, X.
Yeah.
I said your ass.
Nah.
Who's your ex?
No, bro, like Twitter.
Oh, X, like Twitter. Okay.
Yeah. You and
Yeah.
Candace Owens have seen a lot, but going off what Kyle said, go ahead.
Yeah, well, and I get what you're saying. I sort of understand where you're coming from, but I think that people are being critical because, and look, I'm kind of in the same boat actually because I've been canceled, and people say the same thing about me. I'm sure you guys having me on the show, people say the same thing about me being on your stream as they do about Netanyahu being on your stream, which
We're
is
gonna
this
get double
platforming
canceled
question.
now. We're literally we're gonna get double canceled by the other side. So
Yeah, I mean literally.
I
but,
want everyone to know we're fucking double canceling ourselves, and we're probably done after this.
Yeah.
Well, it's balance, but the reason people are being critical is because, of course, the state of Israel and Netanyahu are extremely unpopular with young people, and that is like their big political crisis. Is that for 100 years Israel's been super popular, maybe not 100 years, but for a very long time, and it's been like a sacrosanct thing. It's like foundational to their national security and also to our political order that everybody supports Israel. Ever since the war in Gaza started, that's totally been in reverse. And now it seems that the majority of people are against Israel and pro-Palestine, and even in particular, the right-wing people and the young people. And so I think, this is my, and again, I haven't seen the whole interview, but I think that people are being critical. They see this as like a push by Netanyahu for public relations. He's going to come on your show to try to get all the young, conservative, frat guys, all the masculine men, the manosphere types, streaming types, to get back in the pocket of Israel. And I think they see you guys as basically doing PR for Israel, doing PR, doing damage control for Netanyahu. And I don't think that was maybe your intention. I don't think that's your goal. And I actually agree in principle, you should be able to hear people out. And I think that the reaction sort of vindicates what you're saying, which is, seems pretty unpopular. I mean, it seems pretty transparent. Netanyahu took the interview for that purpose.
Of course.
He's not going to take a hard interview with the journalist.
Hell no.
Who's going to push back, who's actually going to interrogate him over the situation over there. He kind of cynically used the platform to take advantage in a certain way to do a form of damage control. And maybe that wasn't the intention, but I think that's how people see it. And you also have to keep in mind that, you said before you brought me on that I'm canceled. You don't know a lot about me, that you think I hate Jewish people. I will say, just for the record, I'm a live streamer. I do a talk show, okay? So I've never been convicted of a crime. I've never hurt anybody. I'm not a terrorist. I do a talk show. I do a live stream where I talk about politics. Netanyahu, on the other hand, is currently prosecuting a war and has been prosecuting a war for 20 years. And it's so funny that you have an interview with Netanyahu, and I don't know how that came about, but it's totally mainstream. It's totally acceptable. You have it on all the major platforms. But this is somebody who has killed people. This is somebody who's in the process of committing what is effectively an ethnic cleansing and a genocide. And it's just sort of interesting that, we're talking about platforming. Who are we going to bring on? Who are we allowed to talk to and have these conversations with? And people think it's basically a foregone conclusion. We'll have on a foreign head of state who is killing women and children, hosting these humanitarian aid sites, and killing the Palestinians that try to get their food and water. And there's like a moral equivalency that's created with someone like that and someone like myself.
Oh, I mean, we didn't
I do a
hesitate.
talk
We didn't
show.
hesitate to have you on for a second. The second the chat said Nick Fuentes, I DM'd you 15 seconds later. Obviously.
No, and I'm not criticizing you or anything. I'm saying that's like the mainstream opinion.
Of course.
People are afraid to have me on the show. I'm considered canceled or whatever. And I just point out there's just sort of this.
So why do
interesting
you
double
think?
standard.
I'll ask you that question. Why is that then? Why are people scared to have Nick Fuentes on?
Well, I mean that's sort of a tall order, but I mean it's really a question of our whole political order. I think that you have to ask yourself, why are certain opinions considered beyond the pale? Certain opinions are considered too extreme or radical, and some aren't. I think it has everything to do with who has political power.
Right.
And so, for example, I'll give you just one example. There was a bill that passed the House of Representatives this week. The vote was 422 to 6. So virtually every member of Congress voted in favor of the bill. Can you guess what it was? It was $500 million for missiles for Israel. Now, you think we just passed this extremely contentious bill, Trump's big, beautiful bill. It cuts Medicaid. It does a corporate tax cut. It does $150 billion for border. It was split down party lines, 50 in favor, 50 against. That's how everything is. Everything, the nominations, the major legislation, it's 50 in favor, 50 against. But when it comes to foreign aid to Israel, it's 420 to 6. It's everybody versus like a handful of people. And this speaks to the fact that our political order, our political system, the government, the mainstream media, they seem to be 99 to 1 basically in favor of supporting Israel, of supporting Holocaust museums, Holocaust Memorial Day, all this kind of stuff. And when it comes to almost anything else, it's whether it's giving people health care, whether it's closing the border. Oh, this is so contentious, we can't do it. It's so controversial. You're a radical. And it's interesting how it's on, you know, I'm a right-wing guy, but it's on the right and the left. If somebody comes out and says, I think everybody should have health care, you're a radical. I think we should have closed borders, you're a radical. I think we should give missiles to a country that's committing an ethnic cleansing. 500 people vote in favor of that. Everyone supports that. That's fine. It's actually beyond the pale if you disagree.
Yeah.
So
Nick, can I ask you this then? Can I ask you this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know if you did watch, when you do watch the full interview, I think that we did ask, you know, I hit up a couple of my pro-Palestinian friends and asked them actually what I should ask. And we did ask some questions like, yo, why do people say you're starving the people of Gaza? And he basically, so you should look at those clips because we actually tried our best to ask some tough questions like that. So I don't know if you've seen that clip. I asked him, why do people say you're starving the children of Gaza? I believe his response was, they're not, they're bringing in food.
I thought I was signed in already.
This video contains footage and commentary involving Nick Fuentes.
Let's look at my algorithm now. Myron. Is diversity hiring? Oh, let's look up Destiny. Wait, what's going on with this guy? Hold on. Tim Pool, Pac-Man. Transgender? No. Chamberlain, Train Twins, Amaranth, Matt Gates. What? That's a pretty big name. George Santos. Holy shit. Andy Dick. Dude, that guy's weird. Let's see. Alright, nothing on him that I see that's worth watching. What's going on? Oh yeah, let's look punch during traffic stop. Oh no, let's watch the New York City shooting. Damn, that's crazy. Holy shit.
On live now from Fox, as this is Sky Fox aerials that are happening right now as they are taking a deep look here at this car. And we'll take you now out live to more of the ground that we are getting these images in. We have this shot here as well for you, just showing you the huge police presence that continues right now out in New York. Thanks to all our viewers for continuing to watch with us here worldwide.
Damn, that's sad. I guess 3 people died?
All right, everyone. It looks like more Fox 5 coverage is happening. So
Hey guys, Zen here. The new update for your mobile phone for Pokemon Pocket just went live. Doesn't mean we're getting the new set right now. However, what it does mean is we're getting new data and new information like this promo Blissey EX. Now this dropped about 30 minutes ago and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like one EX Pokemon? No, all of them have dropped. I'm gonna, well, most of them. I'm gonna show you a ton of them in today's video. So don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you're excited to see this. Spoilers, sorry I showed you the Blissey, it's already here, but if you don't want to see any more, you click off right now. Otherwise, let's hop right into it. We have Blissey EX, 180 HP. The move is Happy Punch. This is a promo card, okay? And it says Happy Punch, flip a coin. If heads, heal 60 damage from this Pokemon. Not too bad. We also have some other promos real quick, like Kangaskhan HP 100 with the move Crosscut. If your opponent's active Pokemon is an evolution Pokemon, this attack does 40 more damage. This is a promo card. Here's a Horsey, which is going to, spoiler alert, show you guys one of the EXs today. This is a promo card, Water Arrow. It's a snipe card for 1 water energy. It does 10 to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Not too bad. Here's that Houndoom that I already showed you guys in my last video. 3 darkness energy, diving swipe, 70 damage. Discard a random card from your opponent's hand. For all those of you that said you were wrong with your information and translation, turns out I was right. It's right here. Well, I wasn't right. Divine was right. Shout out to the community. Massive W's. Also, some other really cool things is your Pack Hourglass exchange for trade tokens is now live. We have a Meryl 60 HP Cardless attack. Something that almost went under the radar, but I'm definitely going to talk about more in another video. Check this out real quick. A series. What does that mean? Are we about to go into B rotation after set A4? Is set A4 going to be the last one, and then after that we're going into B1? What is happening? That is very exciting. We're getting rotation in Pokemon Pocket. There's also a Chinchou, flip a coin if head, switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. That's not bad for a basic Pokemon attack. And now let's get started with the craziest reveal. Some of these I haven't seen yet. Here we go. Will, supporter card. The next time you flip any number of no, stop it. No, bro. The next time you flip any number of coins for the effect of an attack, oh my god, ability or trainer card, after using this card on this turn, the first coin flip is definitely be heads, bro. What? That's crazy. And here's our first EX, Kingdra EX, 170 HP, Stormy Prison, 90 damage. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat. That's pretty solid for 2 energy.
That's pretty sick.
Crobat EX did not have this on my bingo card. 170 HP, 1 energy attack, Venomous Slash, 70 damage.
Damn.
It's like Weavile, but a little bit better and a little bit worse, being a stage 2. This also retreats for 1. Maybe if it retreated for free, it'd be better. But it poisons the opponent, so maybe you play this with Nihilego. Next up is Jasmine. During your opponent's next turn, all of your Steelix and Skarmory EX take minus 50 damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon, which means we're getting a Skarmory EX, guys. Speaking of Skarmory EX, it's a basic 140, Steel Wing for 2 energy. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes minus 20 from attacks. I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm not upset. Bro, Donphan EX for 1 energy, gigantic press, 50 plus. If this Pokemon has at least 2 extra fighting energy attached, it does an extra. Oh my god, fighting is so back. What? Hiker. For each of your fighting Pokemon in play, look at that many cards from the top of your deck and put them back in any order. I anticipated this with Celebi, although this is kind of cracked. This is really cracked. Here's our first look at the Ho-Oh EX Immersive. Not too bad. Not too bad. This is kind of a weird card art, but like, it's interesting. Oh man, these kind of feel like fake leaks, but these apparently are the real cards. We're getting a Fisher, which makes sense. Flip 3 coins. For each heads, a water Pokemon is chosen at random from your discard pile and put into your hand. Oh, this synergizes with the Gyarados, the new Gyarados. Oh, that's so good.
That's crazy.
Bro, this is going to be so fun to play. Here's the Rainbow Border Umbreon EX. I think that's going to be my chase card for sure. Here's the Full Art Silver. Pretty nice looking card. Here's the Full Art Lyra. pretty nice looking card. And now we're going into Lugia EX. I mean Lugia, guys. You know what I mean. But we're gonna call it Lugia. Here's the immersive. I think I like this immersive better than the Ho-Oh immersive. I still don't know what it looks like going into the card. We'll have to find out live when we pull it. But man, this is kind of cool. I think I like this immersive better than the Ho-Oh, but I'm definitely pulling the Ho-Oh packs. Our next EX is Lantern EX, 150 HP, flashing signal for 80 damage, 3 energy, flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. If tails, your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused.
3
That's pretty
coins,
legit.
crazy.
Bro, get out of here, man. You like, honestly, what is happening? Shuckle EX. This Pokemon takes -20 from all damage. It's 120. Flip 3 coins. This attack does 20 damage for each heads. Oh my god, it's a coin flipper. I hate it.
Gotta
this
get the fuck out, bro.
I'll play it, but man, what are they? A lot of these EXs feel pretty lackluster, man. You can't show us Ho-Oh and Umbreon and then give us the B-cast. I don't know. This seems kind of silly. Maybe there are other cards that make this very strong. Like, what are you gonna play Will with this? Here's the Crobat rainbow border. Beautiful card.
That looks sick.
Looks really good. And that, I believe, are all 10 EX Pokemon and everything that I've been able to see right now on Discord. Join the Discord so you can stay up to date as well. This video is about to go live in the next 5 minutes. Holy crap, guys. We have to talk about this card, Will, in the comments right now. What the heck? What the heck is this, man? This is crazy. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe. I gotta make a whole video about this card. Oh my.
Let's do it. Crazy. Jim Cornette, let's do it. Fucking.
Yesterday, as we are recording, big news happened, so I knew today would be a very interesting show.
Well, and you know, we can't do anything else but lead with this because of the magnitude of the situation.
I wish he had a video, bro, because like this is like the picture alone is so boring. Let's see. Steam Deck versus Switch 2. A message to goth guys. What the fuck is going on?
Yes, I made this jacket myself, and welcome back to the Jake Monroe Show, where today we're going to be delving further into the goth subculture as it is represented on the internet. You guys excited? I know I am not. While I've been blowing up over on Instagram for saying the exact same stuff as I have here, let's keep going with the same shtick until YouTube twigs on that I'm a chaotic gothic genius. Chaotic neutral? Where would I fall? What do you guys think? But yes, goth guys. Oh, the absolute lifeblood of the gothic subculture, responsible for the vast majority of the music, and yet on the receiving end of almost none of the credit. But that ends with me. Saying that though, not every goth guy is based, and you'll get your day. You all will. But until then, let chance guide my reactions this day. There's not a lot male goth representation on Instagram or TikTok. Quite frankly, I don't think the goth matriarch will allow this to happen. Seriously, by me merely existing, I piss them off. They don't like me being this big. They don't like me being this influential. They don't like me being this masculine. But look what I found here. Nobody wants a gothic boyfriend. Until the makeup comes off. Do you know what? This only works for chicks. For dudes, I think honestly we do look better with it off. For example, here's what I look like with makeup off. Yeah, gilding the lily indeed. Yeah, petition for more high-effort alternative men. I'd sign that petition if the objectification of masculinity wasn't such a hot topic these days. Seriously, the scrutiny for men to continue being men while also being derided and degraded by society is unbelievable that we live in such a duality without a hint of irony. Also, this is Merlin Storm. I'm pretty sure this is the guy that writes some pretty decent Gen Z goth music. I think I've spoken to him before. There does need to be more emphasis, more exposure for high-effort goth men out there. But I think, and this is my biggest problem with the female goth community, I think the biggest problem is it's not enough just to look cool, dress cool, and all that kind of stuff. In today's day and age, you have to have something to offer. You have to pick a side, so to speak, especially when you have things like the Purity Brigade going around all these rising stars and throwing out their morality tests. Phrases like trans rights. Do you remember that? You had to say trans rights, and then you were deemed okay and safe and allowed to be famous. And now it's free Palestine. You have to say that now. That's like the phrase you need to say so that people can gauge your morality, and therefore if they can allow themselves to support you. Can't remember what it was before that, but these kind of phrases do float around. And the flags that are practically dry humped in all of these artist live performance stages, they keep changing. First it was a trans flag, now it's the Palestinian flag, and then it's going to change to something else. And these are all things that people are, especially in the goth community, considering how it's been hijacked to be partisan, but these are all things that need to be challenged. You need to have your own convictions, your own opinions, stand your ground. I know the minority is extremely loud on this, or I guess roughly majority of the goth enthusiasts, but the loudest people are usually the wrongest people. It's actually quite embarrassing how you can just be wrong really loud. It's hilarious. While I like to maintain personally a political stance on things because I feel like we should all, given the opportunities that have been provided to us through social media, express our beliefs as human beings, as individuals living in a society that still has democracy. We are now able to shape, with our voices, our collective efforts, the public perception of political parties, events, organizations, various things like that. And I don't think a safe space to express your politics should be exclusive to one specific side. Both sides should be allowed to very loudly proclaim what they believe in. However, I don't think any of that stuff has any intrinsic connection with the goth subculture.
Right.
We should all be able to do this regardless of what our political beliefs are. Now, you can be goth and political, but goth itself is not. In fact, having read up enough about the subculture myself, I've come to the conclusion that goth is actually an escape from such things. And while some people do find their way into goth through politics, that's not the defining factor for goth, and therefore is not the definition of it. And I would appreciate those who do find their way into goth through the politics to not then assume everyone else should follow their own politics in order to partake in the goth subculture. How unbelievably arrogant and narcissistic to assume, to insist that everyone believe and think the way you do. That is the antithesis of goth. It's very easy not to do it. To revert back to my main original point, I would implore my fellow high-effort goth boys out there to, more than just look good, you have to sound good. In the sense that be interesting, share your thoughts and your ideas and your ideals, your beliefs, your opinions, more than anything. Yes, it is super scary, especially if you've got a contradictory opinion to the vast majority of idiot Californians. And I feel like this seems to be the deterrent, the ultimate deterrent for any other high-effort goth man approaching this kind of content creation, approaching this level of influence, or at least this kind of influence. They may potentially be afraid of sharing an opinion that the vast majority of angry liberal goth chicks don't agree with. I'm using the word liberal synonymously here. Just know, I'm right here to back you up. That's
Hey, you know what? When the liberal chick with the big goth tits says something, I'm not gonna say no. I'm just gonna play the role for a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta play the role. Yeah. You don't want to burn yourself out before you get to hit. Type. You know.
Doing here. I'm creating a precedent, a platform that we can firmly plant our feet in and share our opinions from, with stable footing. Trust me, there's a hellfire coming, and I think I'm going to be at the forefront of it. If you don't think I'm a nuisance now, give it time. I'm actually swiping through this, and it's still, I typed in goth guy, it's still goth chicks. That's how many girls are in this, man. Look, goth guy. I typed in goth guy, it's all chicks. How is this happening? there really is not any goth guys here. Really, there isn't. Are there so few? No, I'm gonna use that liberal logic actually against them. They've always been there. They've just been too afraid to come out and share their opinions. Does that sound familiar?
Facts.
It should. I think there are way more politically contradictory to the status quo of current goth, or modern goth, than people are actually aware of. I think there's way more goth guys out there who want to put the makeup on, who want to say what they want to say, who want to have their own convictions and their own opinions and fight for what they believe in and express their interest in the goth subculture. But because they're not far leftist lunatics, they're afraid of sharing something that doesn't fully align with these ideologies, because we all know there is no room for nuance in leftist ideology. It's authoritarian, it's totalitarian. Fully agree or die. Lose literally any identity that you've ever had, because we will take it from you. You are not goth. You do not get to speak for us. Do these phrases sound familiar? They very quickly love to try and take things away from you, assuming it's theirs when it's not. I've already explained multiple times, geographically speaking, chronologically speaking, subcultures are not theirs. Even politically speaking, it's not theirs. And even if it was, there's still nothing any of these clowns, I get the irony, are able to actually do to exclude people from these subcultures. I can't believe we are arguing with leftists about trying to be more inclusive. Do they not hear themselves? Guys, seriously, I'm not trying to run a monopoly on this thing. The loudmouth nuisance goth guy with a masculine energy surrounding him. I'm not trying to make this exclusive to myself. Please, like, rise up. Create your own channels, share your opinions, and say it proudly. That's the most goth thing you could possibly do. There is nothing goth about finding out what the accepted opinions are about the modern version of the subculture and then just blindly agreeing with it so that you can be a part of it. There's nothing goth about doing that. How very unpunk of you. You could also go on to say that there's nothing really goth about starting a modern goth band that sounds like the 80s goth bands, because you assume that that's what goth is supposed to sound like. Except whenever these bands were originally making their sound in the early 80s, late 70s, they were just trying to do something different from everybody else. So by making a goth band in the modern age that sounds like a late 70s, early 80s post-punk gothic rock band, you are actually just an imitator. There's nothing original about you. It's actually quite ungoth, I think. The Cure still sound like that because they're the ones that made the sound in the first place. I'm sure they would encourage everyone to make their own sound. Stop imitating. It's just food for thought. I'm deeply disappointed that we're not more goth fellas here. In fact, the one goth guy, or the two goth guys we actually reacted to today, have already been in my videos before, because it's only them two doing it. And I don't know if these goth guys are aware of me. However, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. I am aware of them, and I support them. Even if they don't support me. Do you see how that goes? Do you see how easy that is? Even if they don't agree with all the things that I say, it doesn't matter. I don't need them to. My beliefs do not require them to. My beliefs and my opinions can stand perfectly fine on their own without anyone else having to prop them up for me. Cool conviction. You should try it, actually. I'm curious as to how many of these leftist ideologues would maintain their ideologies in the face of being the vast minority in the sea of an aggressive opposition. Do you think maybe they're just maintaining these beliefs purely because it's the most accepted political ideology to have in this subculture? Do you think if maybe there was a little bit of pressure applied, they'd drop them like hotcakes? If that's what the goth subculture required them to do you think they would? I think we're about to find out, actually. Yes, liberals and leftists are a stubborn bunch, but goths are also, at the moment, susceptible to trend hopping, as we've seen, observably, over the last, Jesus Christ, like how long have I been doing this? 6 years? Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. I was really hoping this was going to be a different video, but then it didn't end up happening, so I had to make this video, but I feel like this video actually did serve its purpose. I actually feel quite proud of this video. This is your resident goth chick agitator signing out. I'll see you next time, everybody. Bye-bye. Not doing the Shane Dawson thing anymore. Seriously, that's where I got it from. I was doing a vlog like 8 years ago. Didn't know how to end a video. I was watching Shane Dawson at the time, and I just put my hand over the lens. That's where I got it from. Later.
All right. Yeah, this is crazy.
So I'm trying to understand if you think that it's all black people are like this, or if your world is kind of colored by this is what's going on in America. This has failed for 1,000 reasons. Welfarism has definitely, black people in 1940s, stand up. My grandfather, I talk about that denigration and the corrosion of culture. That's happening. White, black, whatever you want to name it, there is this intentional corrosion of culture. So do you think it's literally, well, this is just what a black person is when they come out? Or do you think that post-welfare, LBJ, Great Society, this is what black Americans have become, and I have a right to respond to that and say that as a white man, I don't want to live there?
Well, I think it's more nature than people would like to believe. There's this classic tension of, is it nature, is it nurture, is it cultural, or is it intrinsic, is it racial? And I've always been on the latter side of this among conservatives. Conservatives like to say it's all culture. Black America is the way it is because of hip-hop music and the Great Society and that kind of stuff. And I think the uncomfortable reality is a big part of it is intrinsic. One of the big arguments against the abolition of slavery in the 1860s is that, when Europeans colonized Africa, they hadn't discovered the wheel. There's no two-story buildings. There's no writing. There's no written language. Missionaries had to go to Africa in the last century and invent it for the African people because there's no recorded history. They didn't have writing.
So Egypt is not in Africa?
Well, Egypt is a different race. The Egyptians were not black.
Okay, but you said when they went to Africa, so I just want to...
The interior of Africa in the late 19th century, scrambled for Africa.
So we're now knocking Egypt out of Africa.
Well, Egypt is part of northern Africa, sub-Saharan
Africa. You said Africa, so I'm not trying to get a gotcha. I'm just responding. You're saying Africa.
Sure. Yeah.
It's in.
People do think that people in Egypt are black.
Egyptians are Arab.
Yeah, I don't understand why they.
Remember,
think that.
bro, we met in New Jersey. He's Egyptian.
Yeah, I don't understand why they think that Egyptians are fully African.
It's in Africa. They are African, but they're closer to the Middle East, so they tend to look more Arab than black. Like almost all Northern African countries are more Arab than like dark-skinned black. Like they're gonna look like him. He's probably Egyptian.
It's beating so fast, right?
He's saying like in Africa, when they got to Africa and colonized places, probably like Ghana, Nigeria, where black people like that tend to look like us come from. Yeah. There was no history.
Okay, now I understand
but
that.
There is a recorded history that they had 2-story homes with toilets and plumbing in Africa.
When?
And when Europeans got over there. They did. It wasn't like they were so dumb, but like they didn't have wheels or talking.
Let's see their point.
And invent it for the African people because there's no recorded history. They didn't have writing.
So Egypt is not in Africa.
Well, Egypt is a different race. The Egyptians were not black.
Okay, but you said when they went to Africa, so I just want to...
The interior of Africa in the late 19th century, scrambled for Africa.
So we're now knocking Egypt out of Africa.
Well, Egypt is part of northern Africa, sub-Saharan
Africa. You said Africa, so I'm not trying to get a gotcha. I'm just responding. You're saying Africa.
Sure. Yeah.
It's in Africa. It's Egypt. It's kind of ridiculous to say there was no written language.
Well,
so I'm just trying to get you to
sure. Egyptians are not Africans.
If I'm not pushing back, the internet will. So
Egyptians are not racial Africans. When I say African, I'm saying sub-Saharan Africans.
Sub-Saharan, okay.
Black people because it is a different race. In sub-Saharan Africa, and Europeans did not penetrate that until late 19th century. They didn't have any of this. To the extent that you have infrastructure in Africa, it's from the Muslims in the Sahel and the Maghreb in northern Africa, where the Arabs colonized. And then you had, Carthage and Egypt. You had ancient civilizations. But sub-Saharan Africa, they didn't have that. You take these people out of that land and put them here, and they're enslaved people. You let them free in a modern, liberal republic. They're not going to succeed. It's not going to go well for them. And that was one of the arguments against abolition. People said if you free them without any assimilation, without any kind of process for them to be acclimated, they're going to die. And that's exactly what happened. Many of the bottom 10% of the lowest IQ Africans just died off for generations. And it had pardon the expression, but it had a eugenic effect because over time, if the weakest are dying off, that's one argument for why blacks in America have a standard deviation higher IQ than the blacks in sub-Saharan Africa. So, so I do believe there is something intrinsic going on there. And what makes people uncomfortable about this is the idea that it's unchangeable. There's something about And this is why I'm a Catholic.
I can't do it.
We do have an inherent.
This shit crazy. He just said, no matter what, bitch, you black, you dumb, bitch.
He said.
This shit crazy.
He said the
He finna
dumbest.
throw up.
He said the bottom 10% of slaves. He said they started dying off, and then he said it became eugenics, so it became in their DNA to be too stupid to survive, and it was passed down.
Damn.
He said we're
bro,
seeing
Nick
it today.
Crazy, bro.
That's insane.
Hey, Nick. Hey, bro.
He said too stupid to survive.
He said, they were
Oh
he said they were the lowest IQ slaves, and he said they died off the bottom 10%. And he said they just kept dying for years. And he said they passed them genes down.
Hey.
So now he's saying these stupid blacks are ancestors of the bottom 10% slaves that was too stupid to survive, and you're too stupid to live in society. That's pretty much what
Oh
he
my
just
God,
said.
bro. If it's like
That's a very thought out take. I'm not gonna lie.
nobody can
It's
ever
crazy,
say
though.
Charlie Kirk is extreme as Nick at all. It's not even close.
You can't. This is crazy.
No, this is funny, bro. Oh my God,
Nah.
bro. Hey, Nick dead ass, bro. He's dead
Nick
ass.
is serious
That was
as
so
fuck,
funny,
bro.
though. I was like, nah, Nick fun. Everybody was so like sitting in the clip. I was like, nah, man, Nick. I be feeling like Nick playing because the way he be
Nick-
being like, he
Nah,
be
Nick
being
dead
like,
ass.
being funny on the internet and stuff. But he's dead ass right here, though.
Yeah, he moving his knees. He's doing this.
He's dead serious, bro.
The bottom
This is
10%
crazy.
of like the
shit.
lowest IQ Africans just died off for generations, and it had a, and pardon the expression, but it had a eugenic effect
They
because
passed
over
that down,
time,
is what
if
he's
the
saying.
if the weakest are dying off, that's one argument for why blacks in America have a standard deviation higher IQ than the blacks in sub-Saharan Africa. So, so I do believe there is something intrinsic going on there. And what makes people uncomfortable about this is the idea that it's unchangeable. There's something about, and this is why I'm a Catholic, we do have an inherent desire for universalism. We do believe that there's a common humanity and a common human community and all of that. We hate the idea that we're born a certain way and we can never change. And that's just the way it is. And we even think about this in terms of, it's become not so popular these days to tell children, you can be whatever you want to be. Because we know that's not the case. Some people are tall, some people are short, some people are smart, some dumb, some ugly, some handsome. That's why, by the way, incel dumb is a big part of this also.
So you believe these are immutable characteristics that are assigned at birth?
I think that, yes.
For the most part.
Things like race, all those attributes are immutable and unchangeable, and
But
we
they
have
have
to
changed.
grapple with
Just
that.
factually speaking, they have changed.
They change over time, over the generations.
Okay, so then you don't think it's immutable because if this was an
For
immutable
an individual person.
Okay, so you're saying that if you are born at this space and time as a black person in America, here is the cards that you're dealt with, and you can't change that over time.
Something like IQ does not change. No, doesn't change wildly. It only changes genetically over. IQ is a big one, and that changes. That's a genetic trait, and so that can change over the generations, but not. You can't take an individual that's 75 IQ, which is the average in West Africa, and take them to 100.
So two dumb people can't produce a smart person.
I believe they can actually. Yeah. But
so does that kind of debunk your?
No, because it's rare that happens. But IQ is a heritable trait, so it's unlikely that happens.
Oh my
I don't know
God,
about
bro.
I think so I think the connection to intelligence is like, what was that saying? The fish, you tell a fish to climb, it's gonna think it's stupid, but if you tell a fish to swim, it's gonna be the best thing ever, right? It's like the adaptation built to it. But like with humans, especially nowadays, especially with like all the mathematics that we have, and English literature that we have, or all the studies that we have in our schools, and like the way you were kind of bring about in your culture, how you bring up, I think that has a big deal to do with it. Like we're actually dealing with that right now, where like we feel like the state of California is actually holding us back to provide the best education for the youth, right? So like people that are homeschooled usually tend to have more, I wouldn't say it IQ, but like they have a better understanding of mathematics because they have the one-on-one time with either the tutor, the parent, or the teacher, right? But if you get 30 kids in the classroom, like how I was raised, you better figure that shit out real quick, or else homework is going to be really tough for you. And so I remember when I got frustrated after not getting a certain equation formula, I just kind of like give up, because I'm like, I feel like I'm not getting the one-on-one attention that I would need to understand it. And it took me a while to get it, and I finally would get it, and I'm like, oh, great, now I could plug number for X and it would all make sense to me. But to get to that point sometimes took a while, because I didn't get the one-on-one. The teacher's freaking teaching 30 kids at one time for public school, and it just slows everybody else down. That, like, either you're getting left behind or you're slowing down. It's just like, so that's why I'm like kind of like stuck with this whole like the IQ thing. I think it's teachable. You just need somebody to teach you to get there for the IQ to go up. So it's all about someone that's willing to teach, and the ability, the time to teach somebody. I think that's where IQ goes up. But I don't know how I never done an IQ test. I've never done anything like that where like you kind of put things together. I don't know how they would test that, but like I just figure the more experience you have with life or something, a subject, you would have more to, secondhand knowledge or firsthand knowledge to get the answer right. And so the IQ, I guess, goes up in that way. I just don't know how they would trait that, I never done an IQ test.
I can't agree. I can't agree to that.
Hey, man, I will be labeled the most extreme. I actually want to be labeled one of the most extreme to ever walk this planet. I do want to be labeled as one of them. So I'm just going to go ahead and say what I really think.
What do you think?
That nigga Nick might be a little right.
So you think that black people...
Hey, I'm going to tell you why. My daughter is in daycare, guys. And the teacher told her mother that it's this Asian kid in the class. They're all two. They said he's the smartest kid in the class. He knows everybody's parents. So I'm trying to figure, I'm like, is he learning extra curriculum at home?
Probably so.
We don't know that. We don't know the kid's situation. But the Asian kid's the smartest kid in the class. The teacher said that he can point out every single kid's mother when they get there. My daughter's name is Sky. He said, Sky, your mom's here. No other kid can do that.
Kids develop at different rates. Because my brother's baby is months younger than yours, and when I would go home, he would be talking, your baby wasn't. So they just develop differently.
They do. But to say that the Asian kid's the smartest in the class is still beyond me. And it's a lot of kids in that class.
But it also is a lot of stuff that their children are exposed to that develops their brain at different rates. Like if you leave your child with his grandparents, it's going to take up them qualities. Things like that.
Yeah, them Asian kids probably at home reading to the kids, showing them books and cards and all.
Exposing him to different curriculum and stuff.
What is this?
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and be oblivious to what's actually going on in the world. I see Africa, I see Europe, I see America, I see all these different countries. So I'm not going to sit here and be oblivious to what he said. Why is it like this? I don't know. But it's hard to argue with Nick's point here. I'm just saying it is. I'm not going to say that I don't agree with it, because I don't want to agree with it because I'm black. But I'm off what we're seeing, the facts here, I'm sorry, man.
So do you think that black people are inherently dumber than other people?
I don't think they're inherently dumber. I feel like they're just the culture is moved on to different things. Like Asians culture, they fucking better get straight A's, better become a fucking doctor. They're breaking their knees, Mexican culture, like it's more family based, so they don't really press you on school like that. Like of course we want to get good grades and stuff like that, but like family is orientated more into the Mexican culture and into the kids, right? So they usually tend to have kids early and kind of start that whole process of becoming a family, because the family unit's a really strong thing, a part of religion with the Mexicans. So I feel like with black culture, it's like they are focused on other things besides academics, so it's not fair to assess that into like that's what smart is, you know, because they're more like with the taste making of the culture where they make stuff cool, like approachable, and like say music, they make it sound good, they make it look good, they make like there's certain aesthetics that black people do that other cultures want to take, you know, they want to be involved. So it's weird, like they're the tastemakers of like society from what I see, you know, they can make it look good, whatever it is. I don't know, is that weird to say? Because like they even punish their like own pretty hard, like they'll say whatever to like, you know, like they'll say whatever, like they'll make fun of you however they can, and they can do it really funny, you know. So it's like, I just don't know. I know they're pretty family oriented in that way too, and then also like the clothes, like the appearance, right? The presentation of something, they're really high quality about. You know, they have to. It looks like a certain aesthetic, and they're really good at crafting that. While Mexicans, we go to a thrift store, we'll fucking pump country bumpkin in, and we don't give a fuck, really. But it doesn't look as good. That's why we got 6 in a damn 4-seater. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got 6 people in a damn 4-seater car because we don't give a fuck, like, in that way. But it doesn't look good, you know? Yeah, just different. I would say that's like different cultures praise different things, and so they're excel in different. They excel in different places among those things.
So that's a lot of smart black people out here, man.
I do think so.
I mean, I blame it on our priorities, but it depends on what it's just hard, man, because
I promise you that Asian kid is at home looking at
I
cars.
don't care about Asian kid. I'm talking about Africa and Europe. So Africa,
they have
Europe.
less resources.
What he just said was that the
Right
sub-Saharan Africa, bro. Listen.
Hold on. Did Europe? It was at one point in time, nobody had no resources.
Yeah.
They created the resources.
Yeah.
Oh, black people got finessed from the white.
They are getting finessed though. Like, black people have so much minerals that they can like use and like obtain and make into wealth, but they, I guess, I don't know, they get fucked over with contracts and stuff. But like that's like a white thing, you know, contracts and stuff like that. That's like a European thing. I wouldn't say a white thing, but a European thing. Like that, they came up on that monarch shit. So taxes, you know, that was like a European thing.
All that. So y'all said they were smarter than y'all. That's basically what y'all said. They finessed us and all that. Africa ain't got free ways.
I think
the currency. I feel like the currency money thing is a European thing, an ideal of Europeans, and they passed it down to us. So they have more knowledge on how to work that system than we do, because that's not our system. You know, that's the system they created, and we adopted. So whoever holds the cards gets the first hand. You know, they're better. Their hand, they know how to work their hand. You know, we play the cards that were dealt, right? That's like a common phrase. Just you play the cards that you dealt. But if you know how to work that hand, you can make a better hand. You can make a better dealt.
if you come from 2 dumb parents, you're going to be dumb. I think he was right about that. I think that it's rare that 2 stupid idiots make a smart child.
Now,
I think he's right about that.
The good thing Nick said, he said, black people, no, they just ain't gonna be dumb forever. That's basically what he said. He said, he basically said, I'm gonna keep it all the way raw. He said, niggas are dumb right now, but no, niggas could actually come and get smarter and advance, but they will never be as smart and advanced as the white man. That's basically what he said.
Wow. And you agree with that?
Well, you know, looking at different things in my life, looking at neighborhoods, you know, the community, looking at the countries.
I think he's thinking about like this man right here is thinking about just like the aesthetic of it, you know? But like cultures get along in different ways. Like when I was like living in like LA, the culture got along just fine. Like living in the Mexican area, it was all Mexicans. It was fine. Like there was no like, oh, it looks better. It's just like everybody got along in that workforce and that work environment. Get up early, go to work, and then go home, and then knock out. So it's like, but to have the money to work the way we do, it just comes down to money and engineering backgrounds. Like, what can you do to make money? And in this day and age, technology is like the biggest one, right? Because we're getting replaced by AI. So, like, good luck trying to get in front of all of that. And then another thing that's like plays against the people. Like, I didn't grow up knowing about stocks, really. I didn't grow up and know about crypto. It wasn't around back then. But the idea of like stocks, like, it was so brand new to me. Like, it was introduced to me in high school, but I didn't really get it until after living and bartending for a long time, and then a bartender told me about it, and I was like, what is this stuff? Like, I mean, is it an extra way to make money? Now I get it more, but it's like you're not introduced to these things that the cultures that made these things had, like, your knowledge to it is not as privy to it until you're way later in life, or unless you go looking for it. So I think that's why people have the advantage in that spot that he's talking about, where like they can be smart in that area, because we're adopting that from them, right?
At what black people are doing right now today, even with the resources.
Right. That's what he's saying. The resources, like that's not your adopting of the resource management and manipulation. You just have the resources, but you don't know how to, I guess, you don't have the advantage of dealing with the minerals and how to sell it to other buyers and just like that, or how to make money off that to bring it to your country, right? Go dig the cave and get the fucking lithium for the Tesla cars. It's like, all right, let me just dig and fucking get these battery, the materials for a battery for a car. It's like, but if you were to know how to negotiate a contract and know what the value of the car is, the Africa would be in a better place, because they would be like, we're not cheap labor. We know what we're dealing with. And so they would fight for it more, I guess, in that way. See, now it's like, comes down to that kind of stuff. Like, they don't know what they have in their hands. And so we take it from them because they don't know the value that they have in the fucking caves. Like blood diamonds and shit like that. Like, bro, it's like, I guess that's where I'm going with it.
It's hard not to, buddy. That's what point I'm at. And I want to be labeled as one of the most extreme ever. Actually, the pastor today said, ain't a lot, but y'all be seeing some crazy stuff on that channel. Am I wrong? I don't know, man. I'm just, hey, man, I look, man, I've been around a lot of races, bro. I've been to black schools, I've been to white schools, I've been to all black schools, I've been to all white schools. And I'm sorry, and they both have the same resources. That's why I try to blame it on priority.
Yeah.
Huh?
Not always.
Not always.
I mean,
in Houston, Texas,
and Oklahoma,
maybe not. No,
the suburbs where I went to school were a lot nicer than the middle city
nicer,
schools.
maybe
We
nicer.
had nicer buses, nicer uniforms,
none of that matters.
nicer classrooms.
Only thing that matters is that book, and all of them got the book, and we see how much more they're.
But you gotta also the teacher that teaches that book, and also the amount of kids in that one class to manage the attention span of the kids, like. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got 30 people in a school class. It's gonna be hard to learn anything because you don't have that one-on-one time, and the teacher might not be the best at teaching that subject. You know, there's levels to the teaching styles. You know, like that's one thing. Like, I know that there's some teachers that sucked. You know, but then there's teachers that are really good. So not everybody gets a good teacher, and fuck, that's where it's like comes down to like. I think just homeschooling is just better at that point.
Schools are funded more than white people.
They have to be. They're underfunded.
Okay.
You have to spend more on the poor kids. They have less.
Okay, but they have the resources to be smart, right? So I don't understand what resources don't they have? They have a yellow bus, a home, and a book. Why are they not at the same level? Can you tell me why?
It's a lot of reasons, bro. They don't live the same life as the kids.
Man.
They don't live the same life as the kids in the suburbs.
What, like
inner city
what?
kids are
Why?
poor. They don't have the
Why?
same nutrition. They don't have the same resources. They don't have the same. They don't have. It's a lot of factors, bro. It's a lot of factors.
I'm saying we could continue to blame it on entertainment.
I think entertainment's. You know what's crazy?
I can do that.
When I was just
that.
on vacation, we was in the hot tub talking to these two girls from St. Louis. She said, "We have a YN problem. What do you think causes it?" Her friend stood up and said, "Me personally, I think it's the music." I said, "Oh, if my homeboy was here right now, he would be happy to hear you say that."
How would
Because
Nick
he said
say
the same thing.
He said that's
But
what we
I
got.
seen the video. Nick said music is not the problem.
It's the
He just
music.
said that right here.
He did say that. He
No,
said
if
music.
you continue to watch, he said.
But that's why I said
He said
sometimes-
because without the music, they was still gonna do that. That's what he argued on
He
there.
said he is saying it is like in your nature. He's saying
know.
the behavior is your nature to act animalistic and stupid and violent.
And so,
I've never behaved that way.
how low IQ is it of black people to just hear music?
I think he's just talking about one specific spot though, right? Like Florida and Chicago, right? Those are like the biggest spots for like those shootings, and it's in the culture of the city, not the culture of the black people as a whole. Like, I don't really hear that happening in LA, and there's a lot of black people I know over there. Like, it used to happen a lot more in the 90s, obviously because like the gangster rap and stuff like that, but that's calmed down since then. I mean, you still have gangs, don't get me wrong, but it's like you don't have that like animosity like they do over there. I think it's that that's a weird one. It's like has to do with the music, but like a lot of people listen to the drill music and O Block music and stuff like that. So it's just that's their life though. Like that's what they're talking about in the music is their life, and so it's kind of like a online Twitter or X, you know, when you're talking smack on X to somebody, but it's like you do it through the music, but the guy lives like 6 doors down from you or like another block away from you. Sorry. And so you know where he lives, so you're going to pop off. But anyways, that's a whole nother thing.
To monkey it up.
Bro,
and
the
start
music,
killing
the
each
music
other over
encourages
music.
that. The music encourages
So
that.
how stupid is that?
Yeah, you shouldn't let no music influence you to kill somebody.
Exactly.
I can't even
So
justify that.
you know, we in it, we black, so we have a different perspective than him, but I can truly see his perspective 100%. I respect him for telling this.
Okay, I see what he's saying right there, right? Like he as a non-black man, he respects him for saying that to black people, to the black person with confidence, I guess, and then so he's like, I respect him for doing that, but also like there's other factors, and that's what the guy on the right saying. It's like there's other factors that play into this, and you can't just play it all into lump into one area, and with all the shootings in one location.
People, his perspective.
I
his
don't think.
perspective.
I'll be honest.
It's
I don't
pretty
think. I don't think
extreme.
it's all black people that are just dumb and doomed and incapable of having.
No, he didn't say that.
assimilating.
He said we could do something.
Well, he was basically saying like he said we freed the slaves. We didn't make them assimilate or accumulate or some whatever, accommodate something, accustom some ish. He said
To adapt to a society.
adapt to the society, and now hundreds of years later we're seeing the repercussions of that. Pretty much what he said. He's saying that you can't make this. He said they come from dumber IQs and now they act the way they act and behave the way they act because it's in their nature. He said you can't take them from 75 IQs, which sub-Saharan Africans have, and bring them to 100, which is what American IQs is.
So either what Nick said is right or all these comments are wrong. All of a sudden, Candace doesn't like facts.
Candace is Caribbean. I don't know why she was so offended by what some, or she wasn't really offended.
Nick is the only one that has the balls to say this shit. So every white man you walk past, he think this shit.
Not every white person. That's a little overstatement, brother. Yeah. Not many, like not everybody. It's just like the same thing like we say about Nick Fuentes. Not every black person is that, you know? And not every white person is. I think it's just highlighted, especially in the internet, where it's just like everything's so instant. There's so much information, like only the craziest stories pop out, right? And then that's where you get your demographic fucking hatred on, you know, like your ethnic hatred fueling, because you see that shit on your algorithm, so you're looking for it, so it's constantly feeding you it on your algorithm, and so you like streamlines you more into that because that's what you're looking for.
Either black people gonna get this shit together. No, I don't know, man. But you know, when you look at Africa and then you look at all the other countries, it's hard not to. I'm not gonna say, I don't know if that's why. Look at Africa. Look at
Africa's
these
toe
black.
up.
Can y'all name something to me that's a good example for us, for the black skin right now? Name an example. Name one. Since it's not right.
An example of what?
To prove his point not right. Name an example. Don't pull up nothing that black people created, brother. I'm not saying all black people dumb. He didn't say that. He didn't say all black people are dumb. As a majority, it looks pretty bad. We good black people, but as a majority of black people right now, what we seeing on the media, shit does look pretty bad, man.
Yeah.
And we're trying to see why this behavior's happening, brother.
As a member of a Divine Nine fraternity, I believe that I see a lot of good examples of black men and successful black men and educated black men. I grew up in that home, both of my parents.
Yeah.
I would say that's a good example.
I believe that it's pretty easy, because it's pretty easy to fall into a system, brother. But it's hard to make a fucking freeway in a fucking building. Any nigga can fall in a system. Whoop-de-whoop, wake up every day, go to work, read. You doing what everybody do. But I'm gonna be real, to make a country, brother.
I'm not gonna lie.
To build buildings and freeways.
The fact that Africa is underdeveloped at this point in time is pretty crazy.
That hurts us, bro.
Well, I don't really consider.
They have millions. They have people. They have millions. They have oil. They have resources.
Do you have oil?
They have a lot of stuff, bro. They had the most. I think at a point in time, they had the most like diamonds and stuff like that.
They get exploited for that stuff.
Well,
Sweden exploits.
That's what I'm saying. They don't adopt those systems until it's way too late. So their contracts already like brutally low budgeting them because they didn't value them in the beginning, because that's not what their culture and their upbringing valued. So like they get in all this, their diamonds. Who gives a fuck about a diamond when they give no value to you when you're... What the fuck is a diamond? Like when you're first growing up. That was like more of like a European thing. That's what I'm trying to say. So when Europeans come over to get the resources, right? Like the Africans are like, yeah, you could have this for dirt cheap. Like we were gonna use it anyways because it's not in our culture to use it. And then the westernization of the ideas trickle in. It's like, oh, this is actually worth something. We are getting exploited. Why didn't we know this sooner? Type shit is what I think is happening.
One of the diamond mines right now. That's why they have free stuff.
You know what black people excuse is when I hear it? I'm like, bro, so why did they let white people extort them? Oh, it's just in black people nature to be nice.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Well, they did fight for that shit.
I think people
did die for that land. They fought for them pieces of land.
I think people came over. I think people came over to Africa, saw Africa was underdeveloped and not as smart as them, and they had an abundance of resources.
You're saying smart like academic when their culture wasn't on that. They were on other stuff. Oh, damn, I fucking failed to get that mission. Hold on, sorry. I'm pissed off that I failed the mission. But yeah, it's just on different values, right? Different system of living.
They came over with guns and they smarter than this. They colonized them and they started exploiting them. Who gonna stop it? What you gonna do? We got guns. Y'all got swords and rocks. We got showers. Y'all got a bucket of water. I think that's how it went down, brother. But I don't think that. I don't know, man. I don't think that black people are dumb.
The poorest countries.
All in Africa.
They're all black, brother. It's hard for me to argue with them, man. I think some black people are smart.
Some?
And some white people are dumb. It's not,
Isn't the most PhDs in America held by Nigerians?
And I think that the black skin could it like he said.
I think that Africans come over here and assimilate well.
They do, but it's just a hard. When you can't build something like Europe or America, bro, it's just a hard. You can't argue with that, bro.
I feel like it's different situations.
Why?
Europe and America and all these different countries slaughtered and had more resources and money to build stuff.
I don't want to hear the
America was
resources
built
shit.
off British.
Why? I do not want to hear the resources shit. Why did they have more resources?
They had guns, buildings.
Why did they have guns?
Because they made it. They slaughtered people for it.
Whoop.
That's
Okay.
what happened.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying. That's literally
China. Everybody been through some shit.
They got their.
Why? You know, I don't. You know, hey man, and hey man.
They slaughtered it.
You can disagree with all these comments, but
Another thing, it came down to trading, right? Like, because China was the one that could develop the gunpowder, and then they gave it to the Europeans, and then they, made weapons with it, and it kept growing and growing and growing. It was just, I guess, the influence of other cultures coming together and trading with each other, where it came to, like, I guess not many people traded with Africa in the beginning. Right? Not till the 19th century. I guess it comes down to that.
seems like this is how a lot of people feel.
Nah, facts.
And true conservatives. They said this is a true conservative. This is how all true conservatives feel. You can't call him a liar. This shit hurt though. It do hurt. It hurt, so. It do. Let us know what y'all think in the comments, y'all. Because if I keep going, I'm going to get super extreme. Y'all ask me, I might be just as extreme as Nick. For real, for real. You don't know what I think about it.
Man, I just don't think that black people are dumb. I think that some black people are dumb. A lot of black people are dumb. Possibly.
Nick destroyed
But do I think
her.
that all black people are dumb and just incapable of assimilating and making things happen? I don't know.
Some people disagree. Anyone who believes Nick at face value is sincere. See, that's the nigga in me. No, I'm just lying. Is uneducated.
Yeah, I couldn't agree.
I know you wasn't gonna
I just
agree.
don't agree.
That's why they commented. I know you wasn't gonna agree.
I just don't agree that. I just don't agree that.
I'm extreme.
I just don't agree that black Americans in America that have been in America for hundreds of years are just inherently dumber. Do I think a lot of them are dumb? Yes.
We're at the lowest
for
IQ
sure.
though.
Do we?
For testing, probably, yeah. For
Do
everything.
we? Yes, nigga.
I want to confirm that before we get off of here. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT.
I just called you a nigga, but they, you don't say the word nigga. Shit like that. Just make black people just sound and look.
So here's the question: who would you rather have as president, Charlie Kirk or Hassan Piker?
Charlie Kirk, all day.
Exactly.
All day.
I just don't understand that. Yeah, but
Well, maybe because Hassan Piker sims for all of the enemies of the United States of America. That's actually pretty understandable if you're not dumb.
Terrorists, like actual terrorists.
Anyways,
Not even like good enemies. Not even like China, Russia. I don't know if I say Russia's a good one, but at least it's better than f***ing Islamic extremists. Just because I know this is going to be clipped a million times. East Coast changed this question like 15 times. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but so the question initially to counterpoints was like, who should you try to appeal more, like to the people that are more moderate left or to the far left tankies that want to rape and murder every single capitalist and every single person that wouldn't support their uniparty ideology? And for some reason, Peace Code thinks it's better to support the rapist murderers than people that are just moderate left Dems. So the question transforms, now the answer to that is obvious, so then the question transforms to, oh, well, who would you rather vote for? Hassan Piker or Donald Trump, which is like, that's not really related at all to the question that was posed before. But this tweet here was, LOL of people adding me with this clip in response to a thought experiment I ran with Counter Connor, which was essentially Trump or Hassan, who you pick who is a closer ally to the Dems. Notice how he changes. It's very strange too, because for a lawyer, you would think that like the words matter, but they don't. He bounces between so many different words. Who is a closer ally? Who would you support? Who would you vote for? Who should you appeal to? Like it's constantly like switching the words here, depending on what he wants the argument to be, right? And of course, predictably, some people pick Trump/Kirk/MAGA, revealing their unhinged derangement, that their main enemy is not Trump, it's Hassan Piker. So now it's like, well, who is a closer ally becomes, well, who is the main enemy? Okay. I say some because even as in the subreddit, the left community that most despises Hassan shares that preference with me. So now if you express, but now this is saying like, who would you rather have as president, right? So this is a different question, and it's Charlie Kirk versus Hassan Piker, but this is a different question than like, who do you pick as a closer ally to the, like it's, but. So now if you express a preference for Hassan Piker over Donald Trump, now it's just a preference, I guess, okay, over Donald Trump, you endorse Hassan or want to be friends with Hassan or want to build bridges with Hassan, absolute derangement, sorry to say. So I think I quote tweet this with like, Hassan just uses the Democrats to push for his ML beliefs, right? And he does. Hassan said this like a million times. It's not even like, they shouldn't be controversial at this point, right? So now the question is, Hassan or Trump, who are you voting for if you had to pick? So my interpretation is, who can be president and do stuff, I guess is how I'm interpreting this initially. So my response is, Trump at least has some vague notion of supporting America, however misguided it is. If he destroys the country, it would be a byproduct of his stupidity and narcissism. With Hassan, it would be by ideological design. He supports foreign terrorist groups, despises U.S. allies, supports historical revisionism to paint U.S. adversaries in a better light, has admitted that he would ban opposing political parties in the United States and would lock his enemies forever in re-education camps if they didn't agree with his political ideology. As a Marxist-Leninist, he would support the creation of a single vanguard party to violently enforce all of these changes. This is just what we know of Hassan's views publicly. We also know that he stated on shows that he hides his true beliefs so he can funnel people further down the radicalization pipeline. We've already survived 4 years of Trump. I'm not convinced we'd survive 4 years in a Hassan-styled regime. And then, because he likes to get like the clips or whatever, so then he says, so who would you vote for? So you would vote for Trump over Hassan, correct? And then my response is, I would vote for the guy who supported January 6th versus the guy who supported October 7th, yes. And then he says, we have an honest disagreement then. I would vote for Hassan over Trump. I see Trump and MAGA as a greater enemy than Hassan Piker. So then I say, well, that's because you don't think tankies are really that bad. And then he says, I hate tankies. I'm not socialist/communist, like you convince your audience. I never said he was socialist or communist. I just think he's way too tolerant of tankies. I just think fascist Trump is my bigger enemy. I'm not convinced Trump could turn this country into a Marxist hellhole if he wanted. So now we get like this very clever switch into, well, hold on. Are we talking about which regime we would support? Which is very obvious because at the end of my tweet, right, I literally say, we've already survived 4 years of Trump. I'm not convinced we'd survive 4 years in a Hassan-styled regime. But now we've switched to, I'm not convinced Hassan could turn this country into a Marxist hellhole if he wanted. I think Trump and MAGA are doing far more damage than good. Well, now it's become a pragmatic switch. Oh. So I say, you've morphed this into a fundamentally different type of question then. If you're simply asking who I would vote for if the election were tomorrow and the rest of the political system / country would remain the exact same, well, then I'd vote for Hassan because he's too stupid and his ideas are too radical to get anything done in this country. But that's like asking if I'd vote for Trump versus Hitler. I'd heavily consider voting for Hitler over Trump because, despite how bad Trump is, I think Hitler's name alone would probably scare off the majority of the Republican Party from working with him. That's kind of a meaningless statement and misses the central point of the question. I don't think the point of Piso's question was who politically would be more effective in office. I think it was like who, like ideologically, if they could enforce their whole view, would you support? If we're just saying like what could somebody get done, well, fine. I would just vote for the most unhinged person ever because then nobody would. I would vote for Satan, I guess, because I don't know if people are. It's hard to say with MAGA these days, right? And then he says, I don't think I've morphed anything. I'm saying gun to your head right now, Trump or Hassan. Like, notice again, like Trump or Hassan, what? Would you vote for them? Do you support them? Or would you have them in a country where they can like be a dictator and rule everything? Like we retreat back to the vagueness here when I clarify, oh, well, hold on. If you're just saying who can pragmatically get done with more, well, then I would change my vote. But now we go back to the vagueness, right? Back to the vagueness. And I guess I'm not sure what your answer is or when you'd support Trump in this context. It's very obvious when I would support Trump. I think I've laid it out in all of my answers, but he's not really responding to almost anything I'm saying. It's why they're like one sentence responses and basically avoiding engaging with almost anything I've said so far. I'm obviously taking for granted the political system of the USA. I also think Hassan is more aligned with you and Dems than Trump. I don't know how you would ever measure this in any way, size, shape, or form, right? Like, let's say that I believe that murder is bad. Am I more aligned with somebody who thinks that shooting people in the head randomly is awesome? Or am I more aligned with somebody who likes to guillotine people randomly? Like, I don't know what the answer to that is. I'm not sure. Hassan and Trump are both anti-liberal people. Hassan more so ideologically than Trump because Trump is just doesn't even know what liberalism is. But Hassan is ideologically opposed to my political system, right? I don't know if Pisco remembers, but like the whole Cold War was like liberalism and capitalism versus whatever the Marxist-Leninist the Soviet Union is now. All the MLs will say it wasn't real. I don't even know what they say about it at this point. I'm not sure. Basically, I think the answer is overdetermined when we're talking about Trump. So now I try to get clarity here. Support or vote for? You keep changing the question. There are tons of implications in each of these terms. I would vote for Hassan because I know he has zero chance of winning. But again, that kind of misses the point of the question. In what world is Hassan more aligned with me than Trump? Hassan is fundamentally anti-capitalist. He's anti-liberal. He's anti-USA. He's anti-intervention in probably all scenarios. He thinks the US is probably one of the most evil countries on the planet, and he's pro-monoparty through violent enforcement. 4 question marks. Okay. For crystal clarity, vote in an outcome determinative fashion, i.e., who are you actually picking? In your perfect world, who is winning? That's what the question is trying to suss out. And again, he's missing the point. Winning, do you mean winning the election and then having an authoritarian dictatorship? Or do you mean winning the election with everything left as is and then they can't do anything? Again, I don't understand how he keeps missing like the point of everything that, like something is not clicking or connecting in here. And I don't know if it's because he's so emotionally dug into his position and he realized like it's kind of like bankrupt and now he is like trying to like run around. I don't understand how you can miss it so hard. That is the question. That is what the question is trying to suss out. This is not something being sussed out. This is just a point blank, one-dimensional question. There is nothing sussed out in who would you vote for if they could win the election. The question is like, do you think that like, if they could enact their perfect policy agenda, whose agenda would you more agree with? That's what you're trying to suss out, right? There's like the underlying concept. Political alignment, can answer that by getting ready for a debate. I think he's going on Tim Pool or whatever. But so, yeah, but he never responds with, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, that were these tweets. I'm like 95% sure that Peace Corps will be on shows later saying like, Destiny said he would rather vote for Hitler than Hassan, or Destiny wants Trump instead of Hassan because he doesn't like socialists or something. And then it'll be, you guys are just unhinged and you're mad because I'm not unhinged about Hassan or something, basically. Yeah. I think the issue is no one's clocking on the business. Like when people say, because the answer is you prefer fascism to socialism, when they say this and they smile, right? What they mean is fascism is the Nazi party and socialism is Sweden. That's what they mean when they say, I hope you guys know this. If you disagree with me, also I perm ban you. I don't allow any of this in my community anymore, okay? This is not a socialist or communist utopia. I need you to understand this, that if you are truly like a socialist, like Workers Seize the Means of Productions, I view you the exact way I view a Nazi, okay? 100% you were the exact same to me, all right? If I had two of you and one gun and one bullet, all right, I would smash your heads together and aim right down the middle, all right? Maybe a little bit more to the side depending on which one of you I hated more personally. It's clear you are both not thinking about the same question, but I don't know if he's just not understanding. I mean, my points are pretty obvious, but I think like if I'm like, I feel like I'm expanding a lot here, but then it's just a one sentence response. So like, I think if I'm expanding on my point quite a bit, and then it's always like a one sentence response or something that just seems to be missing the point of what I'm saying. I don't think actually, who said that? Hold on. You're banned for a day. No, stop doing this. Stop giving cover like when people are just being intentionally. You're doing it. You're doing it right now. Please stop. It's pretty obvious. Like what? It's pretty obvious what's being said here. Okay. And then the onus is on the other person to clarify if they're having trouble understanding.
Oh, that's.
If somebody says your favorite.
That's fucking hilarious. Al Trump explodes or he wins Trump. They just canceled Marilyn Manson. How do you? I thought he was already canceled. How do you cancel him again? How do you cancel a canceled? Double canceled. Nick Fuentes torches Destiny on who should run. Let's do this.
It's not even a question. So this is something you should keep in mind, okay? Whenever I'm asking you questions, Nick, I'm just asking you to clarify your positions. I'm not accusing you of anything. Even the phone call, I'm just saying, did you say this? Did you do this? Do you believe this? That's all I'm asking.
Right, you just misrepresented
If it makes you uncomfortable,
you just misrepresented it on accident.
See how you won't let me finish talking? It's because it's making you uncomfortable.
Because you're lying.
It's because it's making you uncomfortable.
You're always just asking questions, but what you do is you misrepresent it. And
now you have to go on another ramble because you're uncomfortable. That's what you're doing right now. You're rambling because you're uncomfortable.
You tell lies.
Okay.
But you can finish your lie.
Yeah, okay, well, it's not. I haven't lied. I'm not even making a statement.
You did.
All I'm saying. See how you're uncomfortable? So all I'm doing is I'm asking you a question to clarify your position. If it makes you uncomfortable to clarify your positions, that's your problem, not mine. If you ever feel like, for the rest of this call, whenever we talk, that I'm asking you an unfair question, feel free to turn around and ask me the exact same question, and I will give you a real answer, like a real person. And I won't sit here and go on a 17-minute tangent where I redefine
Okay. Guys, I got an old I got an old debate, August 2022, almost 3 years ago. This is Nick with Destiny, Gideon, Sneeko, Abba, and Young Dawn. This section is Nick defending his position on why America should be a white majority nation. Very educational, very informative. Let's keep going.
50 words and talk about, well, in 1776, blah, 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 blah. That's all I'm saying, because earlier Nick is accusing me of obfuscating. I'm not obfuscating. I'm just asking for clarification. You're the one that has to obfuscate every time you start to dance around an uncomfortable topic, like trying to say that black people are intrinsically, biologically different than white people on a call.
Black people are different than white people biologically. That's so crazy to me that Destiny won't admit that there's a difference between the races beyond skin color. Good Lord.
With 4 other black people. I'm just trying to make sure that you're being honest with what you believe. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not dancing around that. I said that.
Nick, do you think that white people should control America? How are we different? How are we different?
Hang on.
Oh, no, hold, Don.
White people should control, but that's the point.
Should white people be in charge of America?
What does that mean? In what way?
My God.
Should they be the cultural, should they be the race that's in charge? Should they be the dominant race? Should they be the majority? Should every other race be the minority? Should they be the people in power? Should there be a white president? Should there be a white people in Congress, the majority? Should the police officers be white? Should judges be white? Should the people teaching be white? Is that your ideal America? Yes or no?
No. What I'm saying is, hang on, because here.
But wait,
and Destiny says,
Yeah, he's getting his words messed represented. Yes, there is a difference, right, within our with our races, right? There's different genetics that we have that are just different. We're different in those ways, in a beautiful way, mind you. But it's still different. You know, we have different builds. We have different just body types, I guess you could say. Like we're known for different things too, you know. So let's see what goes on.
He says I go on a 17-minute tangent. Here's why I have to go on a 17-minute tangent, because the question, should white people control America, doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. So what I've said is there should be a cultural and demographic white core, which means I don't think that we should have a country that's majority minority. Does that mean that there can be no black police officers? Like, how does that doesn't even make any sense.
Okay, that's fair.
When I go through and explain that, I'm being accused of, well, you're just dancing around.
Okay, we can have a couple black cops. That's cool. But the people that can make laws, that can make changes, what should they be?
They could be other people. They could be people. Honestly,
who should the majority be? Look at how he's running from the question. Who should the majority be?
The majority of Americans. I think that we should have a white majority. I think that we should not transform our white majority country with immigration.
Okay, but we're talking about power now. The power structure.
Hold on.
And there's a difference.
Let Don ask his question.
Just saying. We already have the system you're describing. A white majority, right? A white cultural core.
Facts.
I don't get we got a few black people in a few places, a few, diversity in a few places. That's exactly what you're describing. The way how is America different now than how you're describing it?
Well, we have a few problems. The problem is that America is rapidly being transformed by immigration. And what you need to understand is that historically America was a white country, and in the past 30 years that America is becoming less so because of mass immigration. And by the way, this is not just bad for white people, it's also bad for black people. It's bad for it's true. It's bad for every native.
Yeah, it is bad for black people. Jesse Lee Peterson says this all the time. Open borders affects black Americans first and foremost, all right? The Mexicans are coming in taking black jobs, black teenagers' jobs. White people are the only group in America that pay more in taxes than they receive in benefits, meaning we carry everybody, so the more you flood us with third world immigrants, the more everything's gonna get expensive, and that's bad for the black people that are here already too. Open borders, that's worse for black Americans than anyone else, actually.
My thing is, if you're American, you should care. As far as race, it doesn't really matter what race it is. It's like if you grew up with the American culture, then you're good. And it's slowly dwindling out the white dude, right? Because there's so many other people that are coming in and creating families and part, you know, assimilating a part of this culture. And so, yeah, the white man's like slowly gonna lose its percentage of control over everybody else, the masses, because this is a country that is pretty diverse. So the more diverse you bring, the less you're gonna have control over. Now, I'm not saying illegal immigration is like the fucking thing to do, because it's gonna fuck up our tax systems. But I'm saying is that, yeah, over time you bring in new people from different cultures, you're gonna wipe the European part out. You know, like, we're having multicultural babies now, and they're not completely one thing. They're like they're like little mutt babies, you know, like they're like Asian slash black slash Mexican slash this slash that slash white slash, you know, there's so many things like you can mark on your job applications as far as like what ethnicity are you, like you mark the whole damn thing in the future. So I don't agree that the whole white man thing is like should have the power, because by design you're wiping yourself out with our cultural influence of, you know, family making.
Let me finish what you were saying. That's Nick, what were you saying? Finish what you were saying.
I'm saying that, you know, what we could talk about things in the abstract, or we could talk about things as they are. And what's happening right now is that the country is being completely transformed with immigration. People that don't speak the language, people that have no roots here, people that don't share our religion, et cetera, et cetera. That's the gist of what I'm saying. We're talking about the diversity problem. The diversity problem is not that the country's 13% black. The diversity problem is that you've got millions and millions and millions of people coming here every year for 30 years with no sign of stopping, and we're going to have a country that's alien to us. We're Americans.
Can you give me one example in your life experience how some Mexican immigrant has changed your quality of life in any way?
I'll give you a perfect example. The city of Chicago used to be a city that was built by Italians and Irish and Polish and Czech, and
your taxes are definitely going up. Don't get me wrong. Like, yeah. So I mean, there's examples right there. But I'm just saying, as a non-illegal immigrant, right? If he's Mexican American, then fuck, that's your brother in fucking arms. You better hold it to him, no matter what race you are. But if it's illegal, then we're talking about unvetted. You know, that's a whole nother issue. So I'm not sure. Hold on, let me refine the question.
Some Mexican. Can you give me one example in your life experience how some Mexican immigrant has changed?
Is this a Mexican immigrant American, or is it a Mexican illegal immigrant? So I wish you would have clarified that part.
Your quality of life in any way?
I'll give you a perfect example.
So let's see if Nick Fuentes talks about an illegal or an American. Let's see.
The city of Chicago used to be a city that was built by Italians and Irish and Polish and Czech and that kind of thing. And neighborhoods that my parents grew up in are now completely different because of immigration, completely transformed. And, you know, in Little Italy, in an Italian suburb where my mom grew up.
Do they a house to immigrants? Or
Wait, do you even live in Chicago?
Don't you have to
I live in the suburbs of Chicago.
Okay, so you live in, okay.
I'm saying if white people aren't there anymore, it's because those white people sold those houses, right? They don't just take them from the good white people and give them to the...
But the same thing happened, what you were just talking about, same things happened with gentrification. They built black neighborhoods and they raised the tax, the property taxes.
I was just saying that the reason why those neighborhoods look different is because those white people have sold those houses.
Hold on. When he says lives in the suburbs of Chicago, does that mean not Chicago? Because if you said that you lived in the suburbs of, like, say, like, for a lot of cities that I know, that means you don't really live in the city. You live in, like, some place, like, fucking 45 minutes away. Does anybody know?
The home was bought, and your childhood neighbor was bought up, and it just changed completely. I mean, you could say, like, well, it happened because those people sold those houses. It's still something that would be disconcerting. And that's happening on the national level.
Why? Why is it disconcerting?
Because there's a word for this. It's called oikophilia, which is your love of home. Your love of home is something that is intrinsic to all people. We love ourselves, we love our families, we love our God, and we love our home. And what's happening to America is our home. America is not just a place where you go to the mall and hang out. America is our home. And America is being fundamentally changed, and it's not even just quality of life. It's not just quantitative, it's qualitatively. America is being fundamentally transformed, and it's becoming unrecognizable to the people that made it, to us, the people that inhabit it now and grew up in it. And that's something is being lost there. And, you know, we could describe why that's happening or whatever in very mechanical terms, but I want to preserve the America, not necessarily, because nations have to change, things have to change. We want to preserve the fundamentals of what our home is like.
What is it?
Okay.
So this is like
one quick question.
Go ahead, Joe.
So you hate when other nations, like there's an established race, there's established culture. You hate when another race and culture change the establishment that was already made to something new, right?
I think something is lost. I think there's.
But you hate when that happens, right?
You don't like it. It's actually what we say.
We don't need to. I don't think it matters. We say hate or dislike. It's just something is being lost. Someone is losing.
So you said this is our home, right, America? Mm-hmm. So the same thing happened to the Native Americans here. They were here first. This was their home. This was their culture. Then Europeans came over. So by your same logic, Europeans are wrong for what they did.
Okay, dude.
I mean, they were displaced. It was a crazy society. Like, there is a whole nother hierarchy of power. There's no, like, laws. There was a lot of tribal warfare. I mean, my ancestors grew up in that shit. I mean, I could survive that. But the America it is today is definitely different from that, you know? So we'll see what their response is.
Hitting us with that. We're a nation of immigrants. Duh, we're a nation.
We are a nation of immigrants. You came over to Europe and established yourself because of the religious practices that you were persecuted on, and also like that's what the whole thing was about, right? That's what you're telling us. You were trying to flee, right? And we took you guys in, and then slowly the colonizations, through trade, through contracts, and through wars, slowly pushed out, until you got what it was today, United States of America.
But we're a nation of immigrants, so just let everybody in.
Now, don't let everybody in, but at the same time, because we need borders, right, to establish a nation, right? But we are descendants of immigrants and rebellion. We are rebels to fucking T. So, I mean, you're going to get a lot of clashes with that too.
Oh.
Well, it's interesting that you bring that up, because typically people wouldn't bring up the example of the Indians as somebody. I mean, you're essentially saying like, oh, America's being destroyed, but America destroyed the Indians. It's like, yeah, and you know, and that was a different time, you know, and conquest was still happening and the world was being settled.
Today's a different time?
Yeah, I think today we realize that that's wrong. I think that
is it inevitable? Is it just change? Is it just a natural change of the world?
Yeah, in some sense, these are the forces of history. But as an American, I want to fight against that. America rewrote the history books and said, okay, we took over the continent and that's a great thing. But yeah, the Indians lost. Something was lost. Indian civilization, American Indian civilization was lost. It was wiped out. The people were wiped out. The culture was wiped out. I'm sure the Indians don't feel too good about that. As an American, I don't want America to be wiped out like the Indians were. Now you could say, oh, well, but that happened to the Indians. Okay, well, I don't want that to happen to me. And if you're comparing, that's not a very favorable comparison, saying, well, immigrants erasing America is like Americans erasing the Indians.
But it's the same way. Hold on. History repeats itself. It always happens.
Hold on.
So we should just let it happen? This guy's saying history repeats itself. It always happens. Oh, great point. Yeah. Oh, you know what? In that case, let's just open up the borders and let's take everyone from Somalia and just ship them on giant Carnival cruises. We'll ship them.
What I think he was trying to say, he was saying that, but what I'm saying is, it happens. History repeats itself. America's not going to be America like this forever, right? It's always growing, it's always changing, just like Europe, just like every other nation. It's always something going on different. It's not going to be the same old story over here. It's going to have to evolve in some way. It's going to have to change in some way. So it won't be your majority white America. You know, it's not going to be that eventually, whether it be forced immigration and all that stuff. Like that, we're going to be breeding the hell out of everybody, right? Like everybody's going to be mixed with something. So your America today is not going to be your America tomorrow for sure. No matter how hard you try. It's just unless you do a crazy mass genocide, but now we got guns to that stuff. Now we know we can protect ourselves. We are American too. So we're going to fight back, and it's just going to be bad for everybody at that point. It's civil war just for a cleansing at that point, but that's really extreme.
Here, let's do that. Let's turn America into Somalia, because we're going to die off anyways, right? Like, dude, these people don't... This is why I don't believe in democracy anymore. People should not be allowed to vote.
Destiny was waiting. So
yeah, so just like as a real quick thing. So this is something that I push back historically against Nick. I never get a good answer to this, and there's never a good answer to this. There's two huge problems with this idea of preserving American character. Okay, one, even with a racial homogeneity, countries are still going to change, and they're even going to change because of other cultures. You've got media from other countries. You've got songs on YouTube from other countries. You got all sorts of...
Destiny's right.
Your culture's always going to change. You can never freeze it. Number one. Number two, there is absolutely no consistent culture across the United States of America. Again, like, you're going to find greater differences between like one person in America versus another person in America, as opposed to like America versus a whole other country, right? Like if you take a gay dude from San Francisco and compare him to like some, you know, white farmer dude in like Georgia, these are going to be people that are it's going to be more different than like a fucking Somalian and somebody living in LA sometimes. Like the difference is going to be huge. So I don't believe in this idea of preserving this consistent America.
Okay. Yeah, good one, Destiny. So what do we do? Bring in it's funny, you said Somalia. So what?
But you're extreme too, where you're like, so what do? We just let it happen? No, we just we go with the flow with things and we grow with it, and not open all the borders. But it's definitely gonna change whether we open the border or not, right? Because over time, people, like I said, we're creating families with other cultures. It's gonna change no matter what we do. You know, people are gonna create families with other cultures, like people, and it's gonna be growing the pure blood out. I guess you could say the pure blood of whatever ethnicity you are out.
Idea.
And I'm fucking done in the game, so it's pissing me off. Fuck.
Leave the borders open. Everybody's allowed in. We're just an economic zone, borderless economic zone.
American culture. People can come from all over the world and find some place in the United States that you can fit in. And the culture is always going to be changing anyway. You're never going to freeze it. It's never happened in any country in the world.
Right.
So I don't know why that would be the goal. It's unrealistic.
Right.
I feel like you're always doing this thing where you have problems in the world, and people do this all the time. People on the left do this. Women will blame the patriarchy for every single problem in life. Progressives will blame racism for every single problem with black people. And then conservatives, on the other hand, will blame like the media or Jews for everything. Or in your case, it's racial mixing. But the reality is that if we fixed all of your racial problems right now, we either exported all the black people, we curbed immigration, we did everything we wanted, all the same problems would still exist. You'd still have...
No, crime would plummet. He just said if we did mass deportations and closed the borders, all the same problems would still exist. Because Trump is promising, just the fact that Trump said we're going to do mass deportations, people have been self-deporting. And now the traffic in LA has lightened up. Have you heard about this? Apparently the traffic is now way less bad in LA because we don't have all these illegals on the road anymore.
I don't know if anybody's familiar with Los Angeles, but I'm actually on the 110, literally about 5 miles from downtown. Where the fuck are the cars? I almost felt like it was a Sunday. Where the hell? Holy shit. Look at this. You know what, Trump? It's working, brother. Please keep working. Work harder this time.
It's tyranny. It's tyranny. Are you kidding me? LA without traffic? That's like a nice place again.
Violence in inner cities. You'd still have the animosity between city and rural people. Absolutely. Getting rid of the racial minorities, getting rid of that stuff, that's not going to fix any of the problems in the United States. You're still going to have problems with the media. You're still going to have problems trusting the electoral process. You're still going to have problems between city people, rural people. It's all going to exist. It's just a cheap excuse that you use so that people can feel like they've got the one answer that solves everything. The same way that feminists display men for everything. What?
To add on to what Destiny just said about you talking about how there needs to be a consistency of culture, even with America, there was never a consistency of culture even after the Americans took over. I mean, the Europeans took over America. Because look at during the Civil War, there was a complete different culture from the South and the North. That's why they had a civil war. So you're talking about we need to preserve it when there was never nothing to preserve in the first place because no one was ever in one mindset.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was never anything to preserve in the first place. That's what this guy just said. Oh, okay. Oh, you're right. Yeah. Open the borders. Open the floodgate. Ah, you're right. Screw everything then.
I'm gonna go Nick and then Don.
Okay.
I think this guy's really hung up on the border. I think they're talking about I think they're talking about two separate things. I think this guy's talking about the border, while this guy's talking about just keeping America the way it is, right? Like, I don't know if that's, I guess that's border, but I think this guy's talking about over time this. Well, this guy's talking about like right now, right then and now. Like, we won't get to what he's talking about because of this immigration stuff. It's just already happening over time, whether you open the borders or not. That's like, it's going to happen no matter what.
The thing is, I don't think anybody's. I said that. I said to Destiny's point. Destiny said, "Well, countries always change." Yeah, countries do change, but what we're talking about is tens of millions of immigrants in a generation. It's a big difference, and the change that would happen without tens of millions of immigrants is different than the change with all those people. So nobody's saying that society.
That is fair. That is a fair. Yeah. I get that. Is that what the whole point was about? Then I agree with that.
Don't change over time. I never said that societies don't change over time or vary in different places. Of course they do. But the problem is the erasure of the American national character. You could say that the national character is diverse. True. You could say that the national character has changed over time. Also true. What's happening now is not the American character changing over time organically. We're talking about, like, for example, 2 million illegal border crossings, 5 million illegal border crossings since Biden became president. We're talking about people that don't speak English. We're talking about people by the millions coming in from Asia that aren't Christian. We're talking about people that
All right, this thing is pissing me off the game because I'm trying a new build to get like new stats for the future or whatever, but the old shit just works way better. So I'm just gonna restart this whole this thing and go with what I did in the first place in the first stage, because this is stage 3, and I'm losing because I'm trying to do something different and it's not working. So I'm just gonna go with the same old build that I did last time, because fuck this, I lost twice now. Sorry, I hate losing.
Or any kind of common experience. At least the Europeans all had a common experience, relatively speaking, in Europe. And at least the Americans that inhabited the American continent had it. What do you mean, what?
That is hold on. You have no understanding. Hold on.
Hang
That
on.
is.
Wait, no, you hold on.
Oh
Let
my
me
God.
finish. Let me
see. Let me hear this one here.
time. Also true. What's happening now is not the American character changing over time organically. We're talking about, like, for example, 2 million illegal border crossings, 5 million illegal border crossings since Biden became president. We're talking about people that don't speak English. We're talking about people by the millions coming in from Asia that aren't Christian. We're talking about people that didn't share any kind of common experience. At least the Europeans all had a common experience, relatively speaking, in Europe. And at least the Americans that inhabited the American continent had it. What do you mean, what?
That is hold on. You have no understanding. Hold on.
Hang
That
on.
is.
Wait, no, you hold on.
Oh
Let
my
me
God.
finish. Let me finish. This
All right,
guy,
only an American could say some retarded shit like Europeans all have the same history. It's one of the dumbest things you could. It's one of the most American things you could ever
same
say.
history, but yeah, please jump
Oh
in
my
with your
God.
low IQ rebuttals because your ideology is.
I'm sorry,
so
that's my inner
understand,
Cuban part
because
talking.
you're
My
an
bad.
atheist.
He's
30
85
seconds.
IQ.
30 seconds, and we go to Don. Go ahead, finish.
So the point is, obviously, Europeans have more in common with each other than they have with people in India. That's the point I'm making. It's a question about proximity. And so the idea is America is a certain way, and now
Only an American could say some retarded shit like Europeans all have the same history. It's one of the dumbest things. It's one of the most American things you could ever say.
History, but yeah, please jump
Oh
in
my
with your
God.
low IQ rebuttals because your ideology is.
I'm sorry, that's my inner
understand
Cuban part
because
talking.
you're an
My bad.
atheist.
He's
30
85
seconds.
IQ.
30 seconds, and we go to Dom. Go ahead, finish.
So the point is, obviously, Europeans have more in common with each other than they have with people in India. That's the point I'm making. It's a question about proximity, and so the idea.
Inner Cuban part
because
talking.
you're
My
an
bad.
atheist.
He's
30
85
seconds.
IQ.
30 seconds, and we go to Dom. Go ahead, finish.
So the point is, obviously, Europeans have more in common with each other than they have with people in India. That's the point I'm making. It's a question about proximity. And so the idea is America is a certain way, and now it is being fundamentally transformed by millions of diverse people speaking diverse languages, diverse ethnicities, diverse religions, and America is going to be unrecognizable to everybody watching this right now within a century. And that's unacceptable.
Okay, all right.
Preach. America will be unrecognizable.
It's definitely gonna happen no matter what. But it's gonna be slower, faster, and different with illegal immigrants being open borders. So that's what I take away from that. All right. Oh, let's see. Inside the anti-gringo protest. Bro has a Nick goes nuclear on Dean Weathers. Why I dislike Jews. What? Black mob attacks white couple in home. Oh yeah, I saw that. I heard it was like some racist shit, but let's see. Nick Fuentes, his feud with Charlie Kirk. Stop with the lies. Oh shit, Jubilee's best if Vader faces off against. Let's see what Destiny's got going on in his pipeline right now. What's going on? Let's see. Historic streamer meltdown. Hassan cannibalism. Trump can pardon gays. He's not gonna do that, I don't think. Let's just look at it though.
Feel betrayed, and I feel really, really angry. We have a president who tells us to move on from Epstein because it doesn't matter. Are you guys still talking about this seriously? And yet he still talks about the 2020 election fraud. He talks about the Hunter Biden laptop. He talks about all this stuff from 5-6 years ago, and he tells us to move on from the Epstein trial or the Epstein case. People like me will not stop talking about this. I feel so betrayed and so angry. This is not what I voted for.
I'm concerned about being able to trust Donald Trump to keep his word. In his campaign, he said he was going to let us know all of the facts about this. And now he's saying, go away, don't pay attention to it.
These Epstein files, we were told that there was going to be released. There was this client list that was going to be released. And the fact that it's suddenly gone away and he's trying to gaslight us is like a punch in the gut to MAGA.
No. What about the Maxwell interview? The efforts gone into controlling the info is Herculean. Like I wouldn't put it past him to do this, but now I'm worried that now there is even more shenaniganery going on where they might try to get this Maxwell lady to say some unhinged shit in exchange for a plea bargain, or not even a plea bargain, in exchange for like a.
I feel like I'm watching too much of the fucking Destiny. All right, let's go to this one. Let's see what's going on with this one.
In this episode today, the vice president has reacted to the violent brawl that took place in Cincinnati, Ohio over the weekend. And Ghislaine Maxwell's attorney has appealed her case to the Supreme Court, looking to get her conviction thrown out. Of course, we got to talk about both of these stories. I'm going to show you what both sides are saying and more, and then give you the bottom line.
Vice President J.D. Vance earlier condemning a violent brawl that injured at least 2 people in Cincinnati over the weekend. It was all captured on camera. Here you can see a man. He is surrounded by attackers, seemingly relentlessly beaten on the street. That crowd kicking, punching, beating him. A woman also attacked. She was knocked out by an unidentified suspect. The disturbing video going viral, causing a lot of chatter online. Elon Musk posting multiple times on X, writing, quote, "That guy almost killed this woman. Aggravated assault."
Okay, there is so much to say about this story, but you know me, I like to get to the point and the bottom line, so bear with me on this. Point number one, if you're out there condemning ghetto and violent behavior of black people, newsflash, it doesn't make you racist. Point number two, black people beating up white people will always go viral on social media. The algorithm knows what's going to get people's attention. Point number three, this is a culture issue in the black community, to be honest with you guys. Not all black people are a monolith, by the way. Not all are aggressive and angry, looking to get into a fight as the first step to a solution. But this is normalized behavior. Point number four, will the local police department really do anything about this? Probably not. And I'm going to prove it to you. Here's the update in regards to the investigation. Take a listen.
Police say they have identified some of the people in that video.
That's right, Nicole. No arrests and no identities released of anybody virtually. We still don't know anybody in that video. The incident happened literally just over my shoulder here, downtown Cincinnati on Friday night. The videos are difficult to watch. The chief of police says what happened was cruel and absolutely unnecessary. But I want to walk through the video so our viewers have a sense of what's going on. And be warned, these are not easy to watch. You can see a crowd of people attacking at least two males on the ground. In the footage, you see a man, a white male. We do not know his identity. He was hit repeatedly, falls to the ground. A group continues to assault the man while he lies on the ground. He tries to get up, falls again, disoriented, and you can hear people cheering throughout this whole thing. In a separate video, you see a white female checking on the fallen man, and a male punches her hard, just square in the face. She falls back and appears to be unconscious on the ground, bleeding, her head just having hit the concrete. It's horrific. We don't know the woman's identity either, or even how she's doing. Cincinnati Police Chief Teresa Thiege has issued a statement saying, "I'm in complete disgust waking up to the viral video many of you have now seen. The behavior displayed is nothing short of cruel and absolutely unacceptable. Our investigative team is working diligently to identify every individual involved in causing harm."
Yeah, as I told you guys, nothing's really going to happen. The police department, I mean, this is normal stuff, okay? They probably get calls about this every weekend.
That's what I'm saying. It looked like a Hollywood special to me where people are just fighting on the freaking street after they're drunk and like, bro, what are you supposed to do? Like, it happens in Hollywood all the time, you know? All right, Kanye West silent after Jesse Lee unloads. God discuss fem cells? Huh. On transgender, let's see what this is about.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the podcast. For today's guest, we have 10 Mile. Welcome in.
Sorry, this guy's funny. I do like Colby Covington, so I'm not sure what he's talking about.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the podcast.
I like his stupid demeanor, not the person. Just like how much entertainment he gives. That's what I like about Kobe.
We have Colby Covington, please welcome in. For today's co-host, please welcome in Mike. Welcome in Mike. Thanks for coming, I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, brother. Appreciate you.
Welcome in Mike. Please, in case anybody doesn't know you, please just introduce yourself and all that one.
Okay, so I'm Colby Covington, UFC fighter, former world champion, Donald Trump's favorite fighter, the King of Miami. So it's an honor to be here and talk to you today. Always a pleasure to sit down with Matan. He's a young, bright mind and someone that a lot of kids should look up to and aspire to be like.
Should it be considered an official win if you get your opponent to kill themselves before the fight?
Yeah, I think that should be a win by default. Absolutely. that should definitely be a win, you know.
Not by touching them or anything, just encouragement or something like that?
Yeah, I think so. I think that
the mental game.
You know, that's deep mind games, and if you're able to beat someone in the mind like that before the fight, then you win by default.
And it should count on the record.
It should count on the record. Why not? You know, I think you should get a win for that, right?
What about the other guy's record? Should he have a loss? Should he have any of his wins wiped, or how should that work?
Yeah, I mean, I think that he should definitely have the win, and, you know, there shouldn't be any losing. If you beat someone before they ever show up to the fight, then that's a win.
Why do people keep telling me to call Triple H when my car breaks down?
Yeah, Triple H is, you know, a great service that can come pick you up. You know, they can do more than just wrestle in a ring. And
yeah, but it's just one guy. How's he gonna go around and fix everybody's car?
Stupid.
He's a superhero. That one guy could fix everybody's car at the same time. He's a legend like that.
He's after her sounds like a legend,
he
bro.
might be a cool guy and stuff, but I don't think he has like a any extra capabilities. Maybe he's like athletic or something. But I feel like that would be about it.
I heard he can fly though. Did you know he could fly?
You can fly?
Triple H can fly.
Triple H can fly.
Yeah, he has wings.
Like a plane?
Like a plane, yeah, with wings, and it goes up in
Kobe's
the
yeah,
air.
but if he's flying to people's cars on a plane and he has to go through security and stuff, that's just gonna take a long time.
No, I think he could do it right away. He could be quick.
Yeah, but I'm just one of how many people who needs their car fixed.
That's true. I heard he can fix multiple cars at one time. Though.
You can fix multiple cars?
No, I don't. I like to fight. I'm a fighter. That's my profession. Triple H though, he could do it all.
Is the UFC basically like human cockfighting?
Some people say that. Depends on who you ask. You know, I think there's a lot of people that think that the UFC is human cockfighting, and it's why it couldn't get sanctioned in New York for the longest time. We just got it sanctioned in New York.
I think it's because like it's not cockfighting as far as like there is technique involved, right? And like chickens, they just go ham, right? They have their techniques, but they're not taught, they're not training, they just do it, right? It's just like they just go. There's no fucking like you just get an aggressive ass chicken and you put him in there. These guys, like before, I would say they were just aggressive people that low technique, low stats and low training. They just know how to throw a punch is like their best thing. But nowadays, you can't get away with that. You gotta know how to do it. You gotta know how to do proper technique on different areas. You gotta know how to do jiu-jitsu. You gotta know how to do wrestling. You gotta know how to counter those things. So there's a lot more training involved and like a lot more weapons and techniques involved than just a random ass cockfight. It's fucking like some fights are boring as fuck because the other one's scared of what the other one can do, and that's not a cockfight. That's like just a chess game at this point.
Like a couple years ago, so. A lot of people think it's cockfighting, but you know, it's an expression of art. You know, us as martial artists, we're able to train all these different martial arts and express ourselves inside that octagon and make a better lives for ourselves.
Is it true that in every Jew's hat is a pound of gold?
Say that again?
Is it true that in every Jew's hat is a pound of gold?
I can't give a take on that. You know, I'm not sure.
They all have that little thing on. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I'm not sure what you're talking about there.
You never seen that hat?
Oh, okay, I've seen the hat. Yeah, I've seen the hat.
And then, I mean...
can't give a take on of what's in there.
I'll let you. I'm Jewish.
Okay, cool.
But I'm
a lot of Jewish friends.
I don't know if you'd want to count me as Jewish. It'd be like saying, you have a black friend named Candice Owens, but you see what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you... I don't see what you mean. Candice is a friend of mine, but I see that...
She's a cool, you know, like white woman, basically.
No, she's definitely an African woman, but.
Oh my god, this is fucking funny. I love this.
By color, yes. Not by logic.
Okay, you know that's open to interpretation and opinion, but you know she's a smart lady and she has her viewpoints, and you know that's what makes America so beautiful is that you know it's the land of the free and we're all have and entitled to our own opinion.
Yeah, but when I say that hat, by the way, I'm not talking about the little one. I'm talking about that one that the rabbis wear. You ever seen the one that goes up all the way?
I haven't seen that one.
Their head must be strong because it's carrying so much gold.
It must be, right?
And by the way, I don't know if the mics are working. Can we get in the sound guy, please?
Good job, sound guy. Appreciate it.
Ignore that, please. He's just checking in, making sure everything is okay. I want one of those hats with that gold in it. They didn't give me one. That's why I'm not Jewish anymore.
Oh, he looks like a guy from The Walking Dead.
The sound guy?
Yeah.
But the people can't see him. He's edited out. Oh, so just ignore him. Like he'll be. If he walks in again later in the thing, just ignore him because he's not coming in or nothing.
Oh, okay.
If a restaurant has bad service, is it okay to pee on the floor as a punishment?
Yeah, I think so. I think, you know, that's definitely okay, you know. Bad service, they always want 20% if you're not going to do your job.
Oh, I'm way beyond tipping. I haven't done that in My whole life.
Really? You've never tipped before?
They tricked me one time when it was the automatic one at like a sushi restaurant, but then I made a big complaint and I peed on the floor.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like it was justified.
To do that?
Yeah, I think so. Did you get in trouble?
I mean, what are they gonna really? I was like 11 years old, so what are they really gonna charge me with?
Yeah. I mean, urinating in public is...
Because if they charge me really, then they have to make it like sort of a headline, and then that's just gonna be bad representation for the restaurant.
Ah, that makes sense. That's a good point.
But I went back to the place and they weren't doing that tipping trick anymore, or they didn't do it with my next bill.
Really?
They're actually really like aware of what was happening.
Really? Oh, that's interesting.
Have you ever tried that?
I've never tried that. I might have to try that.
You will
time.
try it?
Yeah. If the great Matan, is giving me the words to try it, I got to try it out. It may work.
What's next for Colby Covington? A Hell in a Cell match against The Undertaker?
I think that would be a great match. I think that's a possibility to transfer over to the WWE since they're under the same umbrella with the UFC, under the TKO banner now. So it's a possibility.
Are you done in the UFC?
No, I'm not done in the UFC. I still have some unfinished business, but I want big fights, high level, first ballot Hall of Famer type fights, legacy fights. So if they're not able to do that, then I will transfer over.
Against who would you want to fight next?
I mean, I think the Paddy Pimblett fight's interesting. He's got a little bit of name right now, but only because he's got, an English accent and a bowl cut. Otherwise, the guy's just
You want to fight him because he's smaller. It's an easy fight?
No, he's actually bigger than me. He's a weight bully. Yeah, he cuts a lot of weight.
But he's like a taller guy and stuff?
He's like a taller guy, same height, a little bigger in girth.
Wouldn't you be more used to weighing more?
I would be a little bit used to weighing more because he's one weight class down, but he cuts more weight. So he's like a 200-pound guy cutting to 155, cutting 45 pounds,
And you cut weight as well or no?
Only like 10 pounds. I'm a 170-pounder. I cut like 10 pounds to get to 170.
So why don't you fight in like the 120-pound division and you'll have a super advantage?
Yeah, I would have the weight bully advantage, but I'm not a weight bully. I don't want to bully people around.
Alternatively, why don't you become heavier so you can compete in the Unified Championship?
I never thought about that before. That's a great piece of advice. Thank you. See, that's what I need. Why didn't I think of that before?
I don't know. Nobody mentioned it.
Jeez. Thank you. I appreciate you.
I don't know why people haven't thought of that, because then if they do that fight, the Unified one, then everybody's going to know that they're the best one.
That's so true. Wow. I never really thought about it like that. Thank you.
Do you know Dana White?
Yeah.
Can you pitch him my idea?
I will pitch him your idea. Yeah, I'm supposed to have a meeting with him in a couple days. Actually.
Do you think he'll take me seriously or no?
Absolutely. Who wouldn't take you serious? You're the most serious guy there is.
I think I'm pretty serious.
Oh, all the time. I've never seen you not serious.
Hey guys, sorry for the interruption. I'm here to promote. There's such amazing benefits. Content. Patreon.com. Is it racist to tell an Asian person to open their eyes if they're not listening?
No comment on that one. I'm not sure what to say to that.
Why not? Well, it's not a race thing, but every time I say it to one of them, it's like, oh no, I can't say that because they have small eyes. But that's not why I said it, but they do. So what does it become?
I don't have a opinion on that subject.
What do you mean you don't have an? You have one. You just don't want to say it. I thought you're a free speech truther.
I am a free speech absolutist, but
So then say something nasty.
I can't say something nasty. I don't want to get canceled.
I thought you didn't. I thought you wouldn't have cared about that.
Yeah, I don't talk about race and religion. Everybody.
Is that why you didn't want to comment on my former Jewish stuff?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, you're like a pretty strong guy. You could beat most people in a fight. If you saw a Jew, would you try to take what's under his hat?
No, I would. I respect Jews. I have a lot of Jewish friends.
But that's the same thing as the Asian. You aren't doing it because he's Jewish. You're doing it because he has gold, and you're telling the Asian person not because of their eyes, but because they're not listening.
But why would I want to steal someone else's gold? It's his gold.
Because
I'm not a thief.
Oh well, I guess then you're better than me. I was just thinking from my perspective if you wanted it or something.
Oh, okay. I appreciate that. Nah, I didn't want it. I'll get my own. I'll work hard and get my own gold.
Why not work easy and just take it from them? They have good lawyers.
Oh, they do. They have good lawyers. I got a good lawyer too.
And what is he?
What?
He's one of them?
No, he's.
You're creating
a great American.
Fighting within themselves?
No, I don't know what you mean.
You're having a Jewish person to another Jewish person?
No. My lawyer's not Jewish.
Okay, well then you're gonna lose. A Chinese scientist said it would be feasible to depopulate India within 48 hours, should the plan be executed.
Say that one more time.
A Chinese scientist said it would be feasible to depopulate India within 48 hours, should the plan be executed.
Absolutely not. Why would we want to do that to our Indian friends?
I don't know, man. Why do we want? I mean.
Oh my gosh.
Are they really our friends to begin with if they keep shitting all over the place?
What do you mean shitting all over the place? Where do they shit all over?
You know what I mean.
I don't know what
You're
you mean.
playing pretend with me like you're not on Twitter.
Where did they shit all over? Can you
The
explain that
floor,
one?
I guess. Whatever. Well, I mean, come on. What are we talking about?
I don't know. When did...
You're turning into a liberal here.
No, no.
I'm turning you into a liberal.
I'm a Republican through and through.
Well, then say what's on your mind. You want to agree with me. You know I'm right.
I can't say I agree with you on that.
You scared you might
But I
lose some
respect your opinion.
sponsors?
Nah, but I do respect your opinion because you are entitled to your own opinion. So
Yes.
love it.
Where did Bryce Mitchell get all of his knowledge from?
That's a tough one. I don't know.
And why are people so mad at him for being a proud German?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Yes,
I mean,
let's
he's definitely
go.
taking some controversial takes.
Some-
you know, and
some
I think he's
Nazism.
uneducated with the way he's speaking, and he doesn't really know
Israel.
what happened during the Holocaust. So he probably shouldn't, give an opinion on that because it's a wrong one.
Israel L for
Maybe
sure.
you can accept that he might be a little bit biased since he's a German.
Is he German?
Yeah, German from Nashville.
Oh, interesting.
Hey, Connie, you just pop on, or you been here? I'm sorry, I haven't. The chat was kind of low, so I didn't see it till now.
I didn't know. I thought he was from like Tennessee or something. Or
That's
Nashville
in
is
Nashville.
Tennessee.
Yeah. Well,
No, but I thought he was like Kentucky or some weird state, Alabama or some stuff.
well, yeah, then a German from wherever that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a German at heart.
Ah. At heart.
If you fought The Rock 100 times,
At heart.
do you think you could win?
Oh, bad.
That's a good question.
Welcome to the
Rock is
chat.
tough. He's a freaking absolute unit.
Bro, I was gonna just go to sleep today. I was like, fuck. Yes, please hop on and troll. I hope more people do that. That's what keeps me awake. But low-key, I was about to go to sleep, and then cause I have a long day tomorrow. I gotta get a haircut. I gotta see have the kids see the grandparents and all that good stuff. So I was gonna wake up early, so I was like, oh, let's just skip this stream, and then I took a nap and I felt better, and then I was like, let's just find out about this New York shooter, and then I found out about some goth culture shit, and then yeah. So now we're on Matt, and this guy's funny. I like Colby Covington. He's an asshole. Like I like him for his entertainment, like a Destiny. Like Destiny is just a wild guy. Like says stupid shit all the time. This is like this version of like the UFC guy. So he's kind of like, I like him because he's entertaining in that way, but not like because of him. But yeah.
Man, and who knows if that people's elbow comes out? That's night. So
What's that move? Is it just a normal elbow or something?
yeah, just a normal elbow. But the way he sets it up with the legs, and he's like, boom, drops right
That
on
seems
the face.
inconvenient. You have time to get away from him.
No, but he gives you like a good kick to the stomach, puts you on the ground, you're laying on, and then he does his little.
Yeah, but why
flare.
wouldn't you like roll over when he tries hitting you with it?
I don't know. No one's ever tried that before.
I'm asking if he fought you in like a real fight.
No, he's a real fighter, man. He's a tough guy. He's a world champion. He's a great actor. He's just a great businessman.
He's an
Oh, he's talking about The Rock.
World champion. He's a great actor. He's just a great businessman.
He's an idiot. Why don't fighters just bet on their opponents and then let the other guy win?
Facts.
Because there was a coach that got involved and he ruined that for all the fighters. A guy named James Krause. He was sending his fighters out there with torn ACLs, and he would bet hundreds of thousands of dollars on the offshore account on the other opponent.
So the fighters themselves didn't even know they were essentially going to lose?
I don't know. I think he worked out a deal with his fighters where he was gonna like paying them a percentage to take a dive and go out.
So why would they even have to have a torn ACL? Why didn't they just take a dive or something?
That's true. I think there was a couple that did just take a straight dive, and the feds are involved, and now there's no fighter or coach.
The only problem I can imagine here is if both fighters bet on the other guy, and then I don't know what that fight would look like. They're both trying to hurt themselves.
Yeah, that's true. What would that look like?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah, I don't know. I fight real fights. I would never sell my soul and take a dive.
Not just sell your soul. Maybe just sell like a fight or something.
A fight? Nah. You know, I don't want to dupe the fans.
If I claim to be a libertarian, does that mean I don't have to pay any taxes?
No, you got to pay your fair share of taxes here in America.
But I don't.
But this, yeah, okay. If you're a liberal, you're definitely paying taxes because that's like your whole vibe. Fuck that. If you want, you want all these things that liberals want, like free education and all that good shit. You definitely got to pay for that stuff through taxes. That's how it works.
In it. I'm a sovereign citizen.
Really?
Yep.
I mean, I'm all about, you know, less government control and less taxes for sure, but you know, we're all freaking, you know, paying to the IRS, and you know, there's a couple guarantees in life, and death and taxes are two of them.
Have you ever got pulled over for a speeding ticket and tried the sovereign citizen line?
I never tried that. Did you?
I tried it. They put me on the floor.
Really?
Yeah, it didn't work. The guy said I need to see license and registration. You were going 180 miles in a 40 zone. I said I'm a sovereign citizen. I don't have to follow the law.
Oh wow. Okay. How'd that work out?
He pulled me out of the car.
No. Did he send you to jail?
Yeah, but how could he do that if I said I'm not part of the state?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that's bullshit. He should lose his job.
Yeah, you're probably right. Maybe you should give some advice to Shadur Sanders. I heard he was speeding around that mile an hour the other day.
Who's that? Is that the football guy?
That's the football guy. Dion's son. He was going like 180 miles in like a 40. So maybe you should give him some advice, some tips.
Well, he needs to try my... Well, actually, he probably shouldn't because my thing didn't work.
Oh, it didn't work?
No.
Oh, you didn't tell me that part. I thought it worked.
Well, I told you they put me on the ground and then arrested me.
You did, and that's totally not cool.
Hey guys, sorry for the interruption. I have to let you know that today's episode is sponsored by Kickoff. At a time... I thought I mean, it was pretty clear what I said.
I lost my train of thought. That was a good one. You got me. But yeah.
I'll get him with the First Amendment, and then once he loses control, because they can only sustain so much.
Well said.
So what do you think? Should it be allowed?
Yeah, I think it should be allowed.
Now, I think it should be allowed, and I'm a big Constitution guy. The one issue I find with it is that I don't really think it benefits society at all. Just to have dead homeless people on the ground all over the place.
Yeah, that's true. That wouldn't be a good look, but it's pretty much that all over the place anyways, the way the government's incentivizing bums these days. You see the squatting laws where any bum can just squat on someone's land, and then they're incentivizing, like where I came from in Oregon, the governor's like, hey, we're going to give you heroin needles, just the bums just do heroin from our government heroin.
They gave them heroin?
Yeah,
they gave them heroin,
I remember that
and
one.
clean needles, because they're clean, they're covering for the government.
Oh, so then it's okay.
So then it's okay, yeah. You can do heroin as long as it comes from the government.
I don't like the squatters either, but now I'm realizing why doesn't somebody just use this tactic? Just stay outside of their home harassing them until they touch you.
That's a good point.
Because I don't know if they really have that thing where you get to protect your property since it's not theirs.
Yeah.
There would have to be like one court case about it to set the standard. If you know how that works, when the first one goes through, they'll usually use that standard in the future.
That's true.
Do you have any guns?
And we see how incompetent the Supreme Court is, so anything's possible these days.
The Supreme Court, aren't they mostly Republicans now?
Yeah, but they're more like rhino libertarians.
Well, I'm a libertarian. I don't want to pay taxes.
Yeah, and you're completely justified to think that way, you know? Like, why should we have to pay so many taxes? It's just a tax here, tax there, a tax on your property, tax to drive, tax to go to the grocery store.
The Homeowners Association.
Homeowners Association, everything is...
I don't pay that one.
You don't?
No.
Really? They don't come seize your property?
Well, what are they going to do? They come seize my property. I'm standing outside with a rifle. I tell them, come try to take it.
Damn. I got to try that, man.
I didn't do that. I'm like just dreaming about what I'd want to do. I paid the taxes. I gave them a tip.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you didn't give tips.
To the restaurants, not to the Homeowners Association.
Oh, okay. There's a double
See, there's a
standard
distinction.
there. I see that.
Well, I'm just scared of the Homeowners Association. I'm not scared of the restaurant.
What are you scared about? What can they do?
Seize my house.
Ah, that's true. Makes sense. But yes, going back to, I do have many guns. I'm a big believer in, you know, having guns, especially in Florida. There's a law, you know, it's open carry. So DeSantis passed a law where everybody can walk around with guns. So everybody has guns. If you don't have a gun in Florida,
but wouldn't it be in your best interest if people didn't have guns? Because then you're on. If everybody has guns, then you being a fighter doesn't really help.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I tell people all the time too. I'm like, yeah, I'm a great fighter, the best fighter in the world. But if someone has a gun, that fighting goes down the drain.
Yeah. So why do you want people to have guns?
I don't want people to have guns, but if people are, the thing is everybody's going to find a way to get guns. They're going to get them off the black market. They're going to get them illegal. Criminals are going to be criminals. So if they're going to have guns, I want to have a gun to protect myself.
Yep.
Especially against crazy guys like this.
I think even if he had a gun, I think you'd win. I think his first instinct would be to shoot himself.
Yeah. He looks a little deprived.
Should Dave Portnoy really be allowed to send people to Auschwitz?
Yeah, I think so.
Why is that fine with when he's allowed to do it, but I don't think it's fine either way. Why does he get to do it?
Yeah, I mean, he gets a whole set of rules because he's in the elite class.
What do you mean by that?
Barstool, you know, he made a lot.
Oh, I thought you meant something else.
Oh yeah, what do you think I meant?
Come on. Are we serious?
Yeah, what do you mean?
He had one of those hats on.
He had the gold in it.
I don't know if he clearly has the gold in it, but he doesn't wear one of them.
Why not?
I don't know. Maybe he just. I don't know. I couldn't answer that for you. You have any idea why?
I don't have any answer or idea why either.
The stupidest question for no reason.
If you weren't a fighter, what would you be? Probably a baker, right?
Nah, definitely not.
Is it fixed? Is the mic fixed? Just ignore him. He's not in the video. We're just getting rid of him in the you know how it works with the thing with the guy editing.
Okay. That's your editor?
No, that's the sound guy, but the editor's gonna get rid of him.
Oh, okay.
Did you fix it by touching it? Well, just ignore him. I'm actually the one getting distracted.
Hard to ignore.
Well, anyways, back to the question. You'd be a baker?
Nah, I would not be a baker. That's what a nice lady is for, but I would be...
No, you could be a baker.
You think so?
Yeah, you would, yeah.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate the belief in me.
Why were you opposed to it in the beginning?
You know, I just never been into baking. You know, I like sports and outdoor activities.
So what would you try to do if you weren't a fighter?
I think I would try to be a politician. You know, I want to clean up the swamp. I want to drain the swamp. I want to get rid of all these swamp creatures that are selling our country. And just like you said, I want to prove you right. I want to bring and lower taxes so there's no taxes. Because I think taxation is theft.
So you think your future is as a politician?
I think it is, yeah. I may run for Congress here in Las Vegas next year.
What would be your selling point? Because I feel like what you're saying is good, but it's just what everybody says.
Yeah, my selling point is I'm already a made man. I'm not going to sell out, you know, the taxpayer dollar just so I can enrich myself. I'm going to, you know, support my great online casino, BC Game, the greatest online casino in the world.
Are you going to be for real right now, or you're out of your mind?
No, I'm always for real.
You know, he's already a made man. He's not going to sell out his fans until he tells them to gamble online.
Yeah, but, you know, I tell them, you know, gamble responsibly. Never gamble with money you're not afraid to lose.
You know what well, it's just, come on. Let's be for real.
Do you gamble? Do you know how to gamble?
I'm 18.
Oh, so you can't gamble?
I've never gambled, no, unless it's online, but I didn't do anyways, though, I did, if I would have lost money, I didn't gamble because I'm 18.
What do you think about crypto? Are you into crypto?
No, are you?
Yeah, I'm a little. I think crypto's.
You're a made man who's selling out everything.
No, I'm a big believer in diversification. I think cryptocurrency is, you know,
the future,
a hedge to the future for the dollar.
So that could be your selling point to the people of Vegas. You say, hey, we're gonna lower taxes because what we're gonna do is have you guys gamble your money online, and then you'll use my referral code, and then you'll do it in crypto, my new coin.
There we go. I like that. But I'm not going to do the new coin. That's a good one.
But you'll have them use like a code Colby or whatever that is?
Yeah, code Colby17 at BC Game, and you get a deposit bonus, 100% deposit bonus.
You think you'll get more than 4 votes?
I think so. Just barely more. Maybe 5.
Maybe 5?
Maybe 5.
It's like an autistic guy who likes fighting?
Yeah, but I'm really going to have to go on the campaign trail to get that done.
An autistic
I mean,
guy.
I think you could be a good politician, but I think that's not going to help.
That's not going to help?
How much are they paying you? Maybe they could... The pros could outweigh the cons if they're paying you enough to pay for advertisements without it.
That's true. Wow, I didn't think about that.
How much are they giving you?
Not enough, but they do well for me.
See, I'm always ahead with the money stuff. You know why?
Why?
I'm not anymore, but it's not like I can get it out of my DNA.
The money, man. I like that.
No, the hat.
Ah, okay. The hat. I forgot the gold.
Hey guys, sorry for the interruption. I have to let you know that today's I'm cooked because they'll. Do you think John Jones will ever fight Tom Aspinall?
No.
0%. I've been saying this since day one. He will never fight Aspinall. He knows it's a bad matchup. You know, the Coke woman beater, John Jones. He's washed up. He's done. He's not gonna fight Tom.
You think he's unhealthy from drinking all that Coke?
Oh yeah, he's drinking all that Coke, doing all that ecstasy, all the drugs he's done, and especially that alcohol. It catches up to you in time.
Definitely.
Yeah, but having a bottle here or there of it can't be that bad. What is it? 140 calories per thing per can?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't really drink, so. Do you drink?
I drink Coke every now and then.
Coke? Okay.
But not often. I don't think it's the healthiest thing. But why would that make him lose against Aspinall?
Yeah, just because you know, he just doesn't have a disciplined lifestyle. His lifestyle choices are really bad, and he's afraid of Tom. If he wanted to fight Tom, he would have fought him already. But he's afraid. That guy.
He's probably drinking all the time and gambling.
For sure. But maybe not gambling.
Oh yeah, you realized you remembered you had a gambling sponsor? You can't say that?
No, I can say whatever I want, you know? My gambling sponsor
Do you gamble on it?
Freely. Of course I gamble on it. I gamble all the time. I play the slots. I hit $150,000 last night on Wukong.
Yup.
Amazing slot on the BC Game Online Casino. Amazing.
How do you not laugh at this?
At what?
Oh my. Well, you know what? You hit $150,000 on the Wukong. What does that mean?
It means that, you know, I'm $150,000 richer as of yesterday, and I can use that money to.
Oh, it's a $1 ball?
No, it's not. It's not like Plinko. It's like you bet like $100 a reel. And
I understand.
Yeah, and they hit a bonus, so it's money.
Now, are they gonna? How does that actually work though? Are they gonna give you the money or like?
So they pay out in crypto. So that's what I was asking.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, they can pay you in Ethereum or USDT or Bitcoin, whatever you want.
You know what? Actually, I'll take back what I said because, despite I'm a big Trump guy. Okay. I think you could be successful as a politician even with the crypto stuff. Look what he did.
I appreciate that. Yeah, he's done amazing things for the crypto community.
No. That's not what I was saying. I do really like him a lot, but I mean, he was doing sort of like how you're doing gambling. You know what I mean?
You guys have, yeah, you're right. He does have some great casinos.
He's saying like he doesn't know the crypto world that hard, but he's like in it, but like he's making money off it, but he doesn't like know how to regulate or stuff like that. Like his hands are really new to it, so.
The Taj Mahal in New Jersey, but
not
you guys have a lot
of
commonalities.
Me and Trump?
Yeah. You like Coke. He loves Diet Coke. He drinks about 10, 12 Diet Cokes a day.
That like might get on the border of unhealthy. Like that could. But you know what? He seems pretty healthy for how old he is, so who knows?
Yeah. He's 79. The guy's the craziest work ethic. He sleeps like 2-3 hours a night, and he's constantly traveling. Just insane schedule. That guy's the hardest working guy alive, Donald Trump.
It's possible that he's just been doing stuff like that for so long where it's just part of his day. If he was to change it, it would actually negatively benefit him.
I never thought about it like that. It's well said.
Would you support Donald Trump if he ran for a third term?
Absolutely. How could you not? The things he's done in the first 2 terms is unprecedented. You know, he's fixing the mess that Biden and Obama put out.
Oh, yeah, Biden. He's a piece of crap.
Piece of crap. He sold out the country, all the taxpayers. You know, he took all our money and embezzled it and, you know, just put our country in a hole. And they want, you know, the war to go on because that's where they make their money, the military-industrial complex.
I heard a theory that he was actually the one who started the war in Ukraine.
Yeah, I've heard that same theory as well.
Where'd you hear that?
I think somewhere on one of the fake news sites.
Why wouldn't that be something encouraged by, like, I don't understand. One of the fake news sites? Why would, like, CNN promote that? Yeah. Wouldn't that be more of, like, a Alex Bones Jones?
Who's Alex Bones Jones?
Yeah, the InfoWars.
InfoWars? Oh, Alex Jones. Oh, Bones. Yeah, I mean, Alex, he's a smart guy. He said some great takes.
I was on InfoWars. I'm a big fan. Okay. A couple of years back now, back when I was 12.
12?
Yeah.
Damn, bro, that's impressive. 12 years old, be speaking to a smart, intellectual guy like that?
No, I wasn't talking to him. I was talking to a different host on the show.
Oh.
But it was under the same network. It was like the second guy over there.
Okay, we should get you on with Alex.
I would love to. I've been trying to reach out to him to do this show, but I haven't heard back, unfortunately, yet.
Okay. Alex, man, hit up my guy Matan. He's got great insight, and I'm sure he can open your mind to some things you never thought before.
Yes, and going back to the Trump question, what if he just canceled the election and gave himself an unlimited term like a boss?
Yeah, I think he should do that.
Yes.
Look at what they did against him. You know, they weaponized the DOJ.
And you know what they say, 2 wrongs make a right.
That's right. Well said. 2 wrongs do make a right.
Would you consider getting in the ring and boxing Daniel Johnson?
Who's Daniel Johnson?
I don't know.
Then definitely I would. I would box any man alive.
Well, why him? Maybe he's way bigger than you. He's like way out of your weight class.
You know, it's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog.
I don't think so. I don't think a Chihuahua is going to beat up like a Rottweiler or like a Belgian Malinois.
I don't know, dude. I've trained some Chihuahuas to be like dangerous.
I mean, if you want, we can test it out. You can bring in your best trained Chihuahua, and I'll just get a random Belgian Malinois, and we'll see who wins if that's what you want to do.
Oh, so you want to do the Michael Vick?
I think what he did was pretty cool, actually. I mean, why people are allowed to hurt each other, but not dogs for sport. I mean, don't we value human life over dogs, anyways?
I think the thing is, you know, they're voiceless and they can't really.
No, they're not. They're talking all the time.
You talk to dogs?
No, but they're making noise.
You a dog whisperer?
No, I had him on the show, but he couldn't talk to dogs either.
Oh, really? You had Michael Vick on the show?
No, the dog whisperer. Michael Vick, I reached out to him too, but I don't think I'm going to ever get a response.
Yeah,
I'd bring in a bunch of dogs.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that. What kind of dogs?
Well, I would bring in like a Chihuahua and a Rottweiler and see who wins and I would see if he gets like taped to the fight, like he's on drugs or something.
Yeah, I like that.
Do you think you could beat Bruce Lee in a fight?
Bruce Lee is, you know, the martial arts GOAT. So, you know, I believe in myself against any man alive. Anybody that has a pulse and a beat, I think.
Besides Bruce Lee?
Yeah, Bruce is the GOAT though. He's you know, he's an amazing martial artist. He taught and led the way for all of us fighters today. The way he, you know, his discipline and his work ethic back in the day, like we're all inspired by Bruce Lee's techniques and more important, his quotes. His quotes live down in infamy. They're just a lot
ching
of
chong, ching chong.
something like that.
Well, what quote were you talking about?
I think the one that I love to identify is like he always said, I don't fear the man that knows 1,000 kicks. I fear the man that knows 1 kick and he practices it 1,000 times.
Yeah, but he didn't speak English.
He didn't? I thought he did. I thought he was living in California.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the other guy, Jackie Chan? I get confused between those 2 guys.
Why do you get confused between them?
I think, I don't know. You know what I mean. Come on.
Oh, okay. I don't know what you mean. No. Can you explain?
You know, they just look similar by chance. What a coincidence.
Oh, they look similar by chance.
I could have never guessed the reason why.
I can't either. That's interesting. Maybe they're both good at karate or something?
How was it like fighting Donkey Kong?
It was incredible.
And by the way, that's not racist. It's a donkey.
It's a donkey.
Before anybody calls me a racist, it's not actually.
Yeah. It's good. I love Smash Brothers, so I always like to fight against
Oh, I'm asking about your UFC career.
Oh, my UFC career? Oh, okay. Yeah, I fought a lot of Donkey Kongs.
Who do you think I'm referring to?
I don't know. Who?
You fought him twice. It was, I don't want to say his name. Usman?
Okay. What about him?
No, I'm just asking how it was the experience fighting.
Oh.
And it's not racist because I said Donkey Kong.
Oh, okay. Since you said Donkey Kong, it's not racist.
Yeah, because he's a donkey.
Oh, okay. Yeah. My experience, it was good. He was, you know, it was fun fights with him. You know, I saw some fan yesterday in Vegas. They're saying, hey, that first Usman fight's going to go down in history. It's going to be in the Hall of Fame. So, you know, very humbled to have shared the octagon with Usman.
Do you think they should do a third fight?
I think they should. I think they should do the trilogy. You know, that fight makes sense. We're so evenly matched. It's always an exciting fight.
They are a good matchup. That's a really good fight between each other.
And how much does the UFC pay you per fight? Because I've heard some people suggest they don't pay well and stuff like that. So, coming from you, well, how is it?
Oh, it's amazing. They pay so well. In the UFC, you get to eat what you kill. So, you know, if you become a star and you rise up to the top of the division, then you're going to get paid. But if you're a nobody and you're just coming in entry-level fighter and you're not making the company any money, then why would they pay you good money?
Why don't they just tell them they're not going to pay them? I mean, the guys would still take the opportunity.
Yeah, they kind of do. They say, hey, become a self-promoter and you know, kill what you eat.
I guess I feel like they would get sued, or it's like somebody would have an issue with that legally. But I think that's what they should try. I think if anything, they're paying them, a lot of those guys at the bottom, way more than they're bringing in.
You're right.
They might actually be hurting themselves if they got like 2 dogs to fight each other. Way more people are gonna pay for that.
That's true. I mean, they got their power slap league now, so people are slapping each other.
Yeah, but that's like I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that one too much.
Oh no.
I don't think because he doesn't. There's no skill involved a lot of the time. Once you get down the technique, but 2 dogs, it's like that, but way worse because it's beyond skill or technique.
Ah, okay. I was gonna invite you to the power slap next week. It's on Friday.
To the power slap, I'll take the opportunity.
A lot of big influencers are gonna be out there. I think it's a good spectacle. I think you'll enjoy it. It's pretty fun.
And is there any chance then I could pitch Dana my unified championship thing? Will he be there?
He'll be there. Yeah, he'll be sitting there. So I think we could cross paths with him, and you could give him that pitch. I think it's a great, wonderful idea.
Yes. Do you think hip-hop music is turning the younger generation into thugs?
Yeah, I think the way the hip-hop music's going, yeah, it's just all they talk about is sex, drugs, and
What
violence.
do they call it? Raping?
Something like that, yeah. It's no good.
I saw it all over the news.
I think people need to find God.
Yeah, I agree. Who is the best up-and-coming fighter? Long neck or neck?
I would say neck. He's a strong guy. He's coming up. I don't know, long neck's a tough guy though too. Definitely can't underestimate
Long neck, have you ever met him?
I haven't. I've only seen videos of him. Have you?
I'm gonna meet him. He's the next interview in like 5 minutes.
Really?
So we have to end it here, you know.
Okay.
Cause he's gonna. Just ignore him. He's fixing the mic and stuff.
Okay.
No, I'm not really a super tough guy. I think I could beat up Long neck, but I mean, I feel like you're a more experienced guy. Do you think by chance you could try outside and fight him?
Yeah, I think I could try it.
I'll pay you for it.
NDA.
No, he's not gonna agree.
Oh, he's not gonna agree?
No. Why would signing an NDA help?
Because if I leave him unconscious and he hits his head on the concrete, I don't want to be held liable.
Yeah, but signing an NDA would just mean he's not allowed to talk about it.
True, you're right. I want him to sign an agreement that says, hey, whatever happens, I'm taking full responsibility.
But wouldn't they could make the argument that since he's like has Down syndrome, that he wasn't like fully conscious, like he would need a guardian with him.
Does he have Down syndrome?
No, unfortunately, yes.
Man, I'm sorry to hear that.
I mean, take one look at him and you'll tell.
He seems like a good guy though.
You'd be surprised.
Really?
He's one of those evil downers.
Oof.
Evil downers.
Sorry.
I fucking love that.
It's terrible. You don't
Yo.
want the evil downers.
Because it's like you can't even criticize their actions.
Yeah. No, why not?
Because then it's like, oh, I'm an asshole for picking on them, and it's like, the guy just walked in my house and like started shitting on the floor. It's like, what is he, Indian? I would have expected him to know better or be taught better.
Which was there a story where like an Indian shat on the floor before?
I've seen way too many videos of it on Twitter.
Oh, okay. I guess
Just video after video.
Do you think people will ever start calling it X, or you think it's just always going to be called Twitter? I've always wondered that.
I was calling it X until Elon tweeted that thing about Trump and Epstein, and now now I'm just trying to fuck with him a little bit.
I like that. That's smart.
You don't like Elon anymore?
No, I still like Elon. He's a great guy. I think he's a smart innovator, and we need him on our side. You know,
I might be a little late for that.
No, I think he's apologized, and he's came out and said what he said was wrong, and you know, he had one bad night. No one's perfect, and you know, Trump's accepted his apology. So we need them together. They're like the Avengers. They're the power team.
Well, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate you, brother. Always a pleasure.
Oh my gosh. Let's go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast. For today's guest, we have Fresh and Fit, otherwise known as Myron in Coconuts. For today's co-host, please welcome in my manager, Vara Florin. You guys can all come in now.
What's up, man?
Thanks for coming in.
What's
Thanks for coming.
Oh my god.
Please welcome in my manager, Vara Florin, to come in now.
Sunflower seeds, I like it.
You feeling in nice here?
Yeah, it's kind of cramped. What's up with this nigga, bro?
Alright, let me see. Squeeze in. Can I get some sunflower seeds? Do you share? Come on, man.
What does he talk?
Who?
You got some bad, bro.
The guy in the red, my manager, Vara Florin.
Share, bro. Be a good. Be a good host, man.
Var Flooring? He's my manager. I can't talk on his behalf. Okay, let's start. Just in case anybody doesn't know you guys, please introduce yourselves. Tell them a little bit about it and all that one.
You go ahead, Fresh.
Wait, he has a mic, so you go.
Yeah.
I forgot to bring him a mic.
You go ahead.
Okay. Myron Gaines, one half of the Fresh Fit podcast. Happy to be here. Thanks for having us, Matan.
What about you? You could just talk. The mic will pick up on it.
Yeah, I'm Fresh, other half of Fresh and Fit, and this is kind of weird, but not lie. Is that straw in his fucking nasal pipe? Is that a straw?
No, it's a breathing mechanism.
What the fuck? Okay.
Do you guys call yourselves red pillars because you tried eating a red pill a homeless guy gave you that had a virus in it?
No. That's not what we call ourselves, red pill.
What? Let's hear from him. Can you stop eating the seeds? Because you're the only one here with a mic besides me.
Well, because he gave me some.
Just give it back to him.
Or it's kind of spent, though.
No, the other one's in your hand. Just give. Yeah, just put it back
these
in his
two?
bag. Yeah.
That'd be kind of unsanitary, though, right?
No, because you didn't put them in your mouth yet.
All right.
The one in your mouth, just leave it down. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, sorry, bro. He wants the seeds back in there. You're going to get infected. I'm just kidding. So what was the question? Something about red pill?
We'll move on. Well, this one's for you, Coconut. Who is more famous, Donald Trump or Chicken McNugget?
Oh, by far. Chicken McNugget, bro.
Or why is that?
Because without the McNugget, you won't have Trump.
Why is that?
What came first?
Probably.
The McNugget.
Possibly, I'm not sure. It's probably pretty close.
Chicken and the egg. Nugget first, then the egg, which is Trump. I got you.
That doesn't make any sense. I mean, he's a human.
It doesn't have to.
So what's the logic behind that?
There's none.
No logic?
Just common sense.
Just common sense. Okay. If given the option, should somebody save your lives or a big bag of rocks and shit?
This one's for me?
Yeah.
The rocks and shit, of course.
Why is that?
Probably more nice.
Nice?
More polite than we are.
You guys aren't polite?
Offensive. Less offensive.
Less offensive?
Yes.
And why are you guys, what does that mean?
Well, you know, people get mad at us for some of our political takes or some things that we say about certain things.
Now, I'm not super familiar, so when I say this, I'm not quoting something specific, but are you guys saying what you believe in or saying what makes you money?
What we believe in, which loses us money.
It loses you money?
For sure.
How does that make any sense?
Well, the truth nowadays is something that gets censored quite a bit, and it's very difficult to tell the truth without, you know, dealing with some financial consequences to a degree.
Yeah, but if you guys weren't saying what you thought is the truth, which is what your audience believes in, then you wouldn't have an audience and you would lose more money.
You can make that argument, but you know, the reality is you make more by lying and telling appealing to the mainstream audience than telling the truth. And
there's probably a higher ceiling, but I mean, I feel it's much harder to get there most likely. Like, I mean, what are you guys gonna do? Put you guys in a comedy movie?
Well, that's one path, yeah.
You see, that's not gonna work. That's gonna be a disaster, which is why this it seems like the safer route.
It depends, but the point is that, you know, being more mainstream and more neutral is obviously better for mainstream appeal, which can obviously lead to a higher ceiling for making money. But, you know, for us, we'd rather just, you know, keep it real. If we lose money, it is what it is.
Keep it real. And I mean, I could see some logic behind that. I mean, you could, if you guys didn't want to do content, you could probably run experiments and see what's going on with his brain.
Is he okay?
Who?
This nigga right here.
My manager, Var Flooring?
This nigga right here.
Your friend?
This nigga's like vibrating.
Now, between you two, if only one of you could be successful, who would it be?
I'd say Fresh, man.
You?
Yeah.
Why do you agree with him or no?
I mean, in different ways, yeah.
No, only one has to be successful. The other will become a bum.
I'm not about to be broke, so.
Fresh, yeah.
Oh, so him. He will be the loser?
No, not loser, just.
No. Well, I said bum. I mean, loser's less harsh, actually, I would say.
I like making money, bro, so. Probably me.
I'd be the bum.
You would be the bum?
Yeah, I don't believe in luxury items anyway.
I don't mean necessarily luxury. I mean just one of you is a homeless bum and the other one is takes over the podcast, I guess.
I'd be fine with it.
You would let him be successful?
Yeah.
And why is that? Why are you so selfless?
I think you know, I think a lot of material things are scams. whether
No,
it's-
but it doesn't have to be material. I mean, you don't want to live in a box, right?
Well, that's a part of being material to a degree.
Sure, but
I think
again,
I
you
think
don't
I'd
wanna
do
live in
better
a
with
box.
it. Is what I'd say. Like it would suck. It'd be
He
uncomfortable.
doesn't have the emotional capacity for that. You're saying?
No, not at all.
He doesn't.
No, I'm not.
He's not at all. He doesn't
no,
have it at
no,
all.
I'm not saying that.
He
I'm
said you
saying
don't have it at all. You're.
I'm more
not emotionally.
I'm more comfortable with less.
He's giving you a
material.
dirty look because he knows you're insulting him. Why are you insulting him? Don't put it now that you're looking at this guy. You're insulting. He's insulting you. I don't think that's cool. You guys are a partnership here. I said he doesn't have the emotional capacity for that. He goes, not at all.
That's awesome.
No, I've said as in not at all, as in like you're not correct about that.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
You said.
That's fine if you interpret it that way.
Don't try to act like that's not what you said a moment ago.
I think you're interpreting it incorrectly.
I'm not interpreting it incorrect. Okay, reformat your sentence then, and we'll try again.
What the fuck is going on right now, bro?
What's the question again? We can go through it again.
If he has emotional capacity to be a bum, like you are claiming that you would have, you said you would handle it better, implying that you have a better emotional strength than him.
No, I just for me, I'm already kind of like a minimalist, so for me it wouldn't matter as much.
So where do you live?
I have an apartment. or a
Apartment.
condo.
But you would rather live there than a box, yeah?
Well, I mean, in this situation where you're saying one of us be poor and one of us not, I'll let him be the rich one and the successful one.
Why do you choose that though?
Because like I said before, like for me, I'm cool with less material things.
Okay, fine. I think that's the best answer I'm gonna get. Who would win in a fight between your mother and your father?
What the fuck?
Fresh, I think, would have a better answer for this one.
My mom, because my dad is dead.
Sorry about that. So now we have to go over to you because that was a sad answer.
My dad would definitely win.
Why is that?
Because he's the man, and women are inferior.
What type of shot? How could he take that? I mean, I agree. He probably would win.
Yeah.
But what's he gonna do? What's his best move?
Probably the Arab slap. You know what I mean?
But that's not gonna be a knockout. I mean, it might be a knockdown.
Yeah. I think she'd stay down.
Stay down? Why is that?
Because she wouldn't want to get slapped again.
Yeah, but this is a brawl. This is, they're
She would give
fighting to kill each other.
She would give up.
Well, she wouldn't, because it's either she dies or he dies.
She'd give up.
Then he's gonna go and beat her down, so she has to get up.
He'd probably slap her again.
Are you guys the same type of black? Ho, 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 ho.
Bro, you're funny, man.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm black. Black. He's like sand black.
What does that mean? You're Arabic? Is he what he's saying?
Yeah.
One was born in sand. One was born
Where is his parents born?
Sudan.
Yeah.
Sudan?
Yeah.
Where? What does that mean? You're Arabic? Is he what?
I'm black. Black. He's like
Sand black.
What does that mean? You're Arabic? Is he what he's saying?
Yeah.
One was born in sand. One was born
Where is his parents born?
Sudan.
Yeah.
Sudan?
Yeah.
Is that in Africa or? That's not a joke. I'm trying to map out where that is.
Yeah, it's directly under Egypt. Yeah.
Do you even talk?
He's the manager, bro. Well, he eats the sunflower seeds, which actually is a very Arab thing.
Well, he's he's from there. I don't know which one, but yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's Arab.
I've asked him, but he didn't give me an answer.
Yeah, we call it tisali in Arabic.
And then where are you from? What your parents?
Barbados.
Barbados?
Coconuts.
Oh, coconuts. So how did that story happen? Because I saw a clip of that, which is why I'm referring to you as coconut.
Well, some haters thought it was funny because I'm from the islands of coconuts.
No, I don't know. I know that somebody made fun of you for it, but when I only saw the original clip from your show, and I don't remember the exact context, but he was talking about something, and then you just mentioned that you liked picking coconuts.
Yeah. My hobby back home was the coconuts.
Yeah, but why did you mention that? That would be like in the middle of me talking right now.
It's totally random. I know.
Yeah, but you weren't joking. I mean, you were looking for a response to when you asked that.
Really?
That's what it seemed like. I mean, I guess I'm speaking on your behalf, but
I was trolling.
You were trolling?
Yeah.
No, you weren't. Let's move on. Do you think Do you think the cure to depression is to eat a small ball of rotting meat?
What?
Yo, dude, what the fuck is this, man?
Albert Einstein said that.
The one that died?
Yeah, he's been dead. Yeah.
I don't know, man. But probably.
I would say the cure to depression is not being a pussy.
Yeah, but I saw one clip. I think it was from Albert Stein. He said that if you eat a small ball of rotting meat with viruses in it, it will go into your stomach and create acid and stuff. And then,
Cure depression?
I don't know the log. Yeah, that's what he said. I don't know his logic behind it, but that's what he claimed.
I've never heard of it.
Do you think he's right or wrong?
I guess there's only one way to find out. Someone's got to like try it.
Varfloring?
Yeah, you eat it, bro.
Yeah,
But he's not depressed. I mean, look at him. He's smiling. He's happy.
he does seem pretty happy.
Yeah, that's the happiest guy I know.
How old are you? I never. Yo, what's up? Yo, is he good, bro?
My manager, Varfloring?
I feel weird next to this guy, bro. He's moving too. What the fuck?
Or have either of you guys ever been depressed?
I think everyone's experienced sadness, but
Oh, so you I don't believe it exists either, if that's what you're trying to
depression,
say.
yeah, it's not real.
It's not real. I think it's a trick in the mind from Satan.
Shaitan.
Is that the African way of saying it?
I think the African way of saying it is "Ooga, ooga, ooga, ooga."
This my brother.
Yeah.
What is your father's name? Something like that?
He's actually from Barbados, but his name was Norman.
Norman? That's an exceptionally white name.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Well, his name is Walter.
Yeah, I'm actually white inside.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
He's
It is,
named
bro.
after, I forget the name of that fruit that falls from the trees.
Watermelon?
No, coconuts.
Okay.
Is your content inspired by Uncle Ruckus? I guess that's more so for you.
For me?
Yeah.
I was the original Uncle Ruckus.
No, you weren't, but you seem inspired by him from that TV show.
I was a racist before him.
You were racist before him?
Yes. I've never even watched the Boondocks, honestly. Never watched it.
Well,
Growing up.
you're at least familiar with it if you're naming the show he was off.
Because people send me clips of it all the time saying I'm Uncle Ruckus. And then I was like, I didn't even know about the show when I was growing up.
So it's not inspired by him?
No.
Do you when people say that, do you take it as a compliment or as an insult, or how do you view it?
I don't take offense to it.
You don't?
No, not at all.
Why do bugs and small animals keep coming out of my toilet when I'm using the bathroom?
Gotta put bleach in it.
Cause you stink, nigga.
Well, it's happening to everybody in my house.
It's cause it's your bathroom.
Not like my specific bathroom next to my bedroom, just all of the bathrooms in my house. Small bugs and roaches.
Oh, it's his fault.
Might want to get a plumber.
Yeah, I
Or
tried
this
that
guy
already.
spits the seeds everywhere.
Yeah, I don't live with
That
him,
could be
though.
problematic too.
You want One Piece, bro? Yo, what the fuck?
He's probably a DBZ fan. He didn't sound too happy when you said One Piece.
Why is he shaking?
Because he doesn't like One Piece, bro. DBZ is superior.
There's a straw by his nose.
That's a breathing device. He has I guess the guy who designed it, I don't know, probably some sort of doctor.
Why is this nigga banging?
We could do. This brings me back to like high school. Well, this is way before your guys' time, but we used to play the clips.
Well, he's 40 years old.
No, he's not 40 years old.
That guy is 40. I'm 17.
Well, yeah, but he's not 40.
He's 40 years old. He's a manager. He owns a company in Los Angeles, management company.
Really?
Yeah, talent acquisition.
Yeah, we used to do that in high school. I remember. We would play the clips, grinding.
Grinding?
Yeah,
Like
we used to beatbox that.
You used to beat on that one
We used to be
afro
in the- we
nails
used to
to
be-
find
we-
each other?
No, we used to be in class, like hitting on the desks.
Wait.
Like that, pretty much.
Yeah, but now we just made
But
it.
with a bit more, like you got more rhythm though, man. Like, come on, dude. Like, you need more rhythm.
That grinder thing you just mentioned made me ask another question. What's the ratio? Grinder. You were on Grinder?
No, grind in.
You're on Grinder?
No, grind in.
Hey guys, sorry for the interruption. I have to let you know that today's episode is sponsored by Sheath.
Ratio.
I get today's episode. What's the ratio of men to women that you sleep with?
That's a trick question. I like that one.
It's not a trick question. I guess you can answer that after him, however you want to do it. It seems like he talks more than you.
It seems that way.
It is that way, yes.
The ratio is 535 women, 0 men.
What did you say? That was really quick.
Roughly 535 women, 0 men.
Why roughly 500? I mean, maybe if you said roughly 500, I would think you're lying, but I'd be like, there's a small chance that's believable. But
Okay, well maybe I'm lying. Who knows?
well, I mean, it's possible, but why do you get to roughly 535?
'Cause I don't know.
That
the
doesn't seem
exact-
like a rough
I know
number.
it's like 5 something. I think it's 535.
Okay, so it's just you think it's between like it could be 550 or 540.
Somewhere in that range.
Oh, and why don't you want to get married or nothing like that?
Not just waiting, like
And so you don't sleep with men? You leave that to him?
That's what he does. Yeah.
That's what you do? You sleep with men? He didn't find that funny. See, he's being you keep insulting your best friend here. He doesn't.
I'm looking at your dude like, what the fuck?
No, you're looking at him. He's insulting you.
You're under his chin, like just only there.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Bro, he's right here next to me.
Your friend Myron?
Bro. All right, listen, bro. In my country, you sleep with a guy, you're expelled. Banabati boy. I don't do that.
Oh yeah. The
No,
Caribbean,
you're
they're
not
too nice about that.
Were you born there?
Yeah.
Yeah, but when did you move here?
21.
Oh, 21. Oh no.
What the fuck?
When would be an appropriate time to stop and frisk somebody for no reason?
If they're black.
If they're black?
Yes.
At the airport.
At the airport? That was a better answer than you. Maybe he's sneaking some of your intelligence away.
Maybe.
Would it be immoral to catch predators online attempting to meet up with minors and then letting them go for a clean 500?
What the fuck?
Nah. You gotta capture them and not take any money.
Who benefits?
Society.
The kids.
But where are you gonna capture them to?
Put them in jail.
Put him in jail.
Yeah, but then you have to do the whole process of the legal fees. I'd rather just get paid.
That's scummy, bro.
Very much. You wouldn't do something like that?
Of course not.
Of course.
Not.
There was a delay there. Was that a Freudian slip right there?
It was on purpose.
No, it wasn't. It was on purpose, but on accident.
At the same time.
Yeah, but that's not how that works. Let's move on.
Coconut small very slow.
They're like hitting your head. I think you're just seeing stuff, but sure. Did it drop? The one dropped on your head?
Apparently.
I'm asking you. That's not what you said in that clip. This is
the clip they referenced it. I can't remember what happened there.
You said you were picking coconuts in Barbados.
Yeah, I was trolling.
You were not trolling. I was about to say that. I thought I could get to saying you weren't trolling before you could say you were not. But it's okay. Are you guys secretly in love with each other?
Only on Wednesdays.
Only on Wednesday. So what about you? What do you think about what he just said? He doesn't like your answers today. He's fucking pissed off.
Probably a combination of that and then him who was freaking him out. But I think it's funny. I'm a fan of the Breaking Bad, so I could see the reference here.
Yes.
I like The Office.
Office?
But this is awkward.
Huh?
No, the show The Office I like. But this is just awkward.
Who?
This nigga right here.
Okay. What about you? He said you guys make love to each other on Wednesdays.
Whoa.
That's what he said.
No, you said we're in love.
Yeah, well.
It's not the same as you try to switch it.
I mean, that's really the hard implication there. I mean, if you're in love with somebody and you're seeing them every week.
Let's add in the love of making money. How about that?
So both. You guys love making money and love sleeping together?
No.
He said let's add that. He didn't say let's remove that and add it. He just said let's add it.
When you put context, we love helping men become better and making money.
By the way, he doesn't have a mic, so in case you didn't hear him, he said he loves making money with Myron and then sleeping with him on Wednesday night. The mic can't pick up on you because you're I don't know, for whatever reason. This one is for you. Why did you get fired from the federal government?
Didn't get fired. I resigned.
Why did you resign?
They basically told me pick one: social media, or in your podcast, or the job.
Why would they say that?
They wouldn't let me have both. When you have a government clearance, they don't like you being on the internet.
Do you besides your podcast, do you make like a lot of money from your podcast?
We do okay.
Are you guys get most of that from YouTube?
No, actually, we focus more on Rumble.
You're demonetized?
Yeah, we
Oh,
focus more on
Rumble.
Rumble and locals. Because
I don't know what locals is, but I'm familiar with Rumble. I mean, how is that? Do they have any advertisers? I mean, I know they have those guys who are like selling fake soap that they say is gonna cure you.
Yeah, they have advertisers. They do. Yeah.
They have a lot.
What's the CPM there?
Shit, I don't even know.
It depends.
Yeah, it depends.
How if you get 1,000 views, how much would they pay you on average?
If you got a deal or not, depends on your deal.
Yeah.
Oh, so they have to be paying you like how Kick does with the streamers?
No, they don't have to. Just pay off ads.
But they're paying you guys. You have a deal? Or you guys are just posting there?
Possibly.
Why are you looking at him for an answer?
He's ringing a bell, bro.
Oh no, you guys have a deal?
Something like that, you could say.
What do you mean something like that?
Something
Yes
like that.
or no? You want both benefits. You want to say you have a deal because it looks good, but you want to say you don't have a deal because you don't have a deal.
You can interpret it however you want.
Well, I'm asking you. I'm not claiming it's either of those. I'm asking which of those it's between.
How do you make your money?
Well, I am making him money, but just from YouTube ad revenue. I mean, it's not a lot or anything, but it's not horrible. But you guys, I mean, is it a lot of money or no?
We do all right.
Pays the bills. And I can buy coconuts.
Coconut, yes. I didn't mean to like piss you off when I said that. I was just referencing that one time. You were not trolling. You were not trolling.
I like the name.
No, I like this
Coconuts?
because this actually lets us like get into the humor side. We don't get to do this, so this is actually fun for us.
You guys don't usually do business style serious podcasts like this one? I think this is for you too. I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. You once said that some basketball player offered you any woman in his house, even if that wasn't. Well, let me finish it. Even if that wasn't a lie, what's impressive about sleeping with a random hooker?
First of all, they were not hookers. Secondly,
Well, if he's offering to sleep.
it wasn't any woman.
Okay, it's not a hooker. It's just an actual
What happened
whore,
was
like a super.
I told a story about a true event that happened.
No.
People thought I was lying. And it's
You
funny.
were.
He came onto my show and explained it in detail what happened, and I wasn't lying.
Who was the basketball player?
Yes. Secondly,
Who was he?
go watch our podcast, Fresh and Fit.
Well, make them interested. Who tell me who it was?
And, it was a player for Chicago Bulls, and
Michael Jordan?
No.
Who was it?
Go watch and find out.
Well, tell them so they know what to look up. What are they gonna look up?
Fresh and Fit NBA story. And
Yeah, but then they're gonna just get the Moist Critical video. What's the name of the?
It'll come up. But what happened was YouTubers were jealous because they said, no other way this possible. Fresh, you're lying. I'm like, why would I lie about this on camera to be roasted and exposed? What happened was I brought him on after his contract was finished. He was overseas, and he spoke about what happened at the party. And it wasn't every girl. He just said, listen, bro, the house is yours. What do you want to do? Pick who you want. Go do your shit. That was it.
So you think that they thought that story was fake because they were jealous?
Yeah, of course.
Are you insane?
A little bit.
Yes. Did you end up picking a girl from there?
Let's just say I had a lot of fun.
Or were you dreaming?
No, sir.
Can you promise on that? Or are you too far down the hole in this story?
Promise to God, bro. I'm nothing to lie about.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I guess even assuming the story is real, as I said, I guess maybe it's not really a hooker, but it's certainly not like a valuable woman. You know what I mean? What do you think? Can you weigh in on this?
I wasn't there.
Yeah, but weigh in on the situation.
I believe it.
I'm not asking if you believe it. I mean, I'm asking what would be impressive about sleeping with that type of person.
Well, all the girls are hoes in Miami, so.
Yeah.
You know this. You're in Hollywood.
I am
Well, not
waiting-
you, but I mean, like, maybe he knows.
I mean, I know your guys' your like thing is to help people talk to women better and stuff like that, but I don't talk to them at all. I kind of just keep it clear and only focus on business.
Yeah, you roast OnlyFans hoes.
Yeah, I don't like OnlyFans, but I also don't talk to girls. I mean, I've never been in a relationship, just business.
Good. That's the way
Yeah,
you want it.
agree with that?
Yes. 100%.
Yes. So, anyways, weighing in on that story.
I believe it, man. Fresh is always with girls and celebrities. So
No, I know, but what?
You know, what do you think?
You're asking if I think it's real?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Okay, why?
Not because I'm jealous of it. I mean, I don't even try to get with them in the first place because it would just be a waste of my time. Because I'd rather be putting my time into productive stuff. It just sounds like a ridiculous story. And even
I have a question. Why would I go on camera, willingly lie, and then sit there and be like, oh yeah, this is true?
okay, well, you would. I'm just gonna play a hypothesis game real quick. You would lie because it just seems like not a super important thing to lie about. But then when the Most Critical or whoever it was said it was a lie, then if you admitted it was a lie, then you look ridiculous. But if you continue to say it was true, you can convince whoever is probably some in the middle or favoring you to believe it, and you don't get 100% of the loss.
So when I cover what happened and I repeat the story.
Well, you won't even tell me who the basketball player is. You're being super. Who is the player?
Hold on. I bring him onto the podcast.
Okay.
And they still don't believe it. I don't know what to do at that point.
Yeah, but if you brought the player onto the podcast, how is that actual evidence that the story is true?
Okay. What player is going to come on a show and lie just for me?
Who is the player? And then I will. If you told me it was Michael Jordan, I would believe you. But is this like Patrick Beverly? I don't.
He doesn't play anymore.
Who is the guy? Who is this?
You know what? Just for clickbait, go to my channel. Fresh and Fit is there.
I will think about linking it if you tell me who the player was. Just tell who was the player. You tell me.
You gotta go find out, man.
What?
Maybe it's a light too.
Did you interview him?
Maybe it's a lie.
No, that part is real. I just. Well, anyways, I'll take your word for it that it's true.
He's breathing heavy, bro.
If you were to eventually have kids, would you rather them go to school or play on the iPad all day?
iPad, baby.
It's a tough question, man.
Why is that?
Because the iPad, they can watch porn.
Yeah, but you could put the control thing. You could. There's some applications you can help block out certain websites. Why would you be concerned that your 8-year-old's gonna watch porn?
Well, first of all, there's also browsers you can use to bypass that.
Yeah, but this is. I'm talking about like an 8-year-old.
And VPNs. Dude, they're smart, bro. I like it. They're super smart.
Yeah, but I mean, they might. I don't think most 8-year-olds know what that even is. I mean,
You'd be surprised.
that's something that you've like dealt with. It's.
No, I'm just saying, America's crazy, bro.
I don't know. I didn't know that was a thing. But have you considered doing Fresh and Fit in Russia, where instead of roasting women, you fight them in a cage?
We thought about doing it in Poland.
Poland?
Yeah.
Why Poland?
Warsaw is pretty cool.
Also, you know, Lil Yachty made a song.
Yeah, I heard that, but why would that? You guys film in Miami? Is that for tax reasons or why is that?
How old are you again?
17.
What you know about taxes?
I'm not really a big fan of paying them and stuff. But I turn in a report. Actually, I haven't yet. Anyway, I don't want to
don't talk about it.
Anyway, Poland's nice. We should go there.
Yeah, but why Miami? Why is that where you picked?
Because that's where we live.
You guys you were born in Miami?
No.
Where were you born?
New York City.
Oh, New York?
Yeah.
Why did you move to Miami?
Why'd you move?
Well, nice weather, hot girls, good tax benefits, no state income tax, good place to be.
So taxes is part of it.
A part of it. Was part of it, yeah.
What type of benefits do you think the government will have with an epic gamer like Elon in charge? He's super cool, the coolest guy.
You said epic gamer?
Yes.
Well, apparently he's not as good as he says.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Osmongold put some videos and a bunch of gamers saying that he's not as good as he says he is.
You're saying he's lying about being good at the games, like he lied about sleeping with the basketball players' girlfriends?
Well, there's a potential that he might not being honest about how good he is with the gaming.
What story to you is more believable?
Definitely the NBA one is more believable.
Do you believe Elon is as good as the games as he says he is, or do you think he's lying? Stop making noise!
I don't think so.
Oh, you think he's lying?
Yeah, I don't think he's as good as he says he is.
Why do you think he?
Because to be
does this?
a good gamer, like the level he was saying, like you got to play all day. You got to be really good, and you got to be competing at a high level. I used to play games at a semi-professional level, so I kind of.
Which games did you play?
This is way before your time. Halo 2.
Halo 2. Do you still play video games or no?
I played Overwatch at a high level too, but I kind of stopped.
Did you get paid for it, or you were just high in the ranks?
High in the ranks.
What was your level there?
On Overwatch 1, I reached Grandmaster, in top 500. And then on Overwatch 2, I hit Master.
So you still play with them? Because that came out like 2.5 years ago.
Overwatch 2 or Overwatch 1?
Overwatch 2 is a pretty recent game.
Yeah, I stopped playing it a few months ago.
And you haven't substituted that with the new game?
I thought about Marvel Rivals, but like, I don't know.
What about you? Do you play any video games?
League of Legends.
League of Legends? That's what you play? Okay.
Yo, this nigga needs some lotion, bro.
What do you mean?
He's ashy as fuck, bro. He's white.
My manager, Var Flooring?
No, this nigga right here.
Your friend?
Bro, this is the nigga right here, bro.
I don't know who.
Alright, you play games now, nigga. Alright, cool, you funny.
Let's continue, please.
Ashy and you're white, bro. That's weird.
That is rare. That is very rare. Hey, could one of the Taliban niggas in the back get some lotion for this guy, bro? Hey, man.
Put the lotion in the basket.
Yo, can we get this guy on camera behind that? Like, his getup is hilarious. He had a Taliban mask on.
Your security guard guy here?
No. The Muhammad guy that's here.
I only see one guy behind the camera, security guard guy.
Okay.
What do you think should be the punishment or reward for the first person to get banned on Rumble?
Impossible.
Yeah, it's really impossible. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the question. That's the whole sell of the website. So when it happens, should they be like executed, or should they be given some money prize, or how do we do it?
The award is being reinstated.
There you go.
Yeah, but that's not really a reward. It's that's a punishment. So what should be the reward?
Getting reinstated, I would say.
I know we went over.
Or a trophy where you were so banned you got banned off Rumble.
And so what is that? Just, I mean, well, let's move on.
Okay.
What the fuck?
What happened?
How many did you write?
Questions?
Yeah.
I have a lot here. I mean, we're mostly done with it because I have to get ready for Long Neck coming in soon.
He always says Long Neck, bro.
Yes, Long Neck. I'm shooting with him after you guys, probably in like 10-15 minutes.
Wait, he's real?
Long Neck?
Yeah.
You guys have never met him?
No.
He's on Instagram. He's doing those videos where he's hanging off the. You know the videos where those guys go on tall buildings in like New York or Dubai and they jump, they do parkour?
Yeah.
He fell. That's why he looks the way he does. So now people just found a hold of him and took his phone. So they're in control of his Instagram and they're swinging him side to side across the buildings.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, your studio setup is amazing, bro. This is a nice.
Yes.
How much it costs to make all this stuff?
This is in my space. I'm just using this while it's, like squatting here. But the actual equipment itself, maybe like 10 plus 10 plus 10 is like 80.
What's his name?
Var Flooring, my manager.
No, the guy right here.
Your friend Myron?
Alright, let's move on, bro.
I think you're seeing someone. The coconut must have made some serious damage. What sort of advice would you give to someone who has been watching your content for years but has gained thousands of pounds and lost money they didn't have?
I'd put them in a concentration camp
Why? How could that help them?
so they could lose weight and concentrate and not being a fat piece of shit.
Also, more like a concentrate camp.
No, like, yes, concentration.
But like not killing them or anything. Or are you killing them? I mean.
No, we're killing the fat.
So what would you do in the concentration camp? I mean, that's
Shit, my game just fucking froze, and I'm like on the. Oh, there it goes. I was on the boss, so I'm like, don't fucking freeze right now, brother. I need to win this game. Shit, it's fucking freezing hard. What is going on? Oh no! Come on, just play the game. Just let it play. Let it play. Let it
easier
play.
said than done. It's like, what would you do with a fat person? He's like, oh, I put him in a fat camp and lose the weight.
Yeah. So we would force them to exercise, force them to, eat correctly.
What if they don't eat correctly? What if they sneak a bag of Cheez-Its or a coconut?
There's punishment for that.
What type of punishment? The gulag? Is
Yes.
this what you're recommending?
Yes.
Okay. Let's say legally, like legal stuff that we could do, like current America.
Well, okay. So if I was the president?
No, if a fan came up to you
Yeah.
and he was as big as this room.
Yep.
I mean, he has a normal sized head. I'm just trying to imagine it now. Just he's as big as this room. He's a big, round ball of fat.
Yes.
How would you help him?
Well,
You're in the position you are now. You're not the president.
I'm not the president?
No, you are right now. at this
Okay, so he
exact
comes up to
moment.
me and he's fat.
Yes.
He's been watching the content.
Yeah, he's your biggest fan. He's been watching for years.
Yeah, so I would take him under my wing and I'd train him to not be a fat piece of shit.
But how would, again, that's just like, I would send him to a fat camp and lose the weight. How would you do that?
Okay, so number one, we'd control his calories.
What if he starts eating?
I'd watch everything he eats.
You would spend 24/7 with this guy?
I'd probably have to put him in a cage or something so that I could feed him myself.
Okay, so I'll assume that he signs off and he allows it.
Yes.
What if he starts eating his arms?
Well, then I'd have to stop that.
How can you do it? He's doing it while you're sleeping.
I'd have to hire someone to watch him at night.
But he's not paying you for this. As I said, let's just get on to the next issue he's having, because I feel like we're going in circles here.
Okay.
He also lost money he didn't have. How would you help him with that?
We would help him make money.
How would you do that? You
Well-
guys sell a course?
No.
Oh, that's good. Go ahead.
Yeah, we'd figure out what his skill set is and then leverage that to make some money.
I mean, he has no skill set. And he's like breathing heavy. He's a round ball of shit.
Yeah, then we would have to get him to lose the weight
You
first.
fucking fat piece of crap. Boom. Fucking shame on you.
What the fuck?
Sit down. Sit down. You're coming on the podcast and eating. Eating and eating.
What the fuck is going on over here, bro?
No, my game froze. Fuck, bro.
This is an interesting dynamic between you and your manager.
Yeah, he's... See, but you see what he does? He comes in here eating and gaining weight. Pooh!
He made noise.
Fuck.
I mean, he's not mute. He just does whatever he wants. I mean, I guess he's just not interested in talking to you guys.
Fuck.
Okay.
Sorry, I got excited there.
What happened?
I just got excited. You hit the table, so I said I want to hit it too.
Oh, you guys put a hole in it. Let me replace the table.
Okay.
What the fuck? Is that a brick?
The fat slob is what you are.
Well, there's definitely a hole in it. We hit a little too hard.
This fucking guy, man. This nigga, bro. Nigga, what the water gun, bro. Nigga, I'm gonna kill you, bro.
Shit, my game died, so I'm kind of pissed off right now. And I was on the fucking last boss, just trying to get this fucking last fucking level. But hopefully the game saved it on my app in game or on phone or on the laptop. Fuck my life. I need to take a piss. But there's like 5 more minutes of this shit. Should we just end it here? I'm kind of like frustrated right now.
Yo, what's up with this nigga though, bro?
Sorry, we're gonna replace the tables.
This fucking guy, bro.
Have some forbidity in how...
Nah, nigga, I don't shower, nigga.
I can smell it. I'm right next to you, but...
I know, bro. I don't shower.
Okay, I won't spray you unless you get an answer wrong, so take the hoodie down.
Okay, okay. Yes. Stop lying. What the What a great interview. What a great interview. Oh, shit. Don't play, bro.
Shout out to our guy Alan in the back, man.
But that's it. We have Longneck coming in, so thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no
All right, man.
worries.
Appreciate it, bro.
I like the Breaking Bad reference though. That was very, very good touch. But I can see how someone would be awkward about it, like, oh shit, what the fuck's going on here if they've never seen the.
All right, guys, we're ending it right there. I'm pissed off that my game fucking lagged on the last level, but hopefully my game is saved so I can play it on my phone later on. But I was on the last boss and fuck. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.